I've released the Emmy from containment.
Okay. I have also released the Hayami from containment.
Ah,
Hello.
hey. Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
There we go. I have the music up.
Oh, that's right.
Welcome, everyone. Anima doesn't love you. You guys show love in a very odd way that feels like I'm playing 4D chess with time travel in multi-dimensions. It really does. Hi, Armed. Hi, Nimble. Thank you, Nanashi. How's everyone doing? Hello, everyone. Emmy is bigger than Yami. I mean, Emmy is taller than me. Emmy's actually much
Just a
taller than
little.
I am. And she's gone. There she is.
There we go. It is officially time for some spookies.
Spooky
Sorry, Emmy's in her spooky
stories.
session.
I'm also in my spooky session. I got the spooky music on. It's spooky time. I'm excited to make some people piss their pants.
Hi, Nanashi. Thank you for this new. Okay. Let me go ahead and set up my phone for chat. Phone is the only thing I can use chat with for some reason.
Right. No making out in the chat while we're reading horror stories. You know the rules, and so do I.
You know the rules. It's time to die.
Time to perish untimely in horrendous ways.
I haven't done one of these since Ethereum, actually. So this is kind of fun.
It is also, hold on, I just heard my dog, like, yelp.
Oof. I hope dog was okay. Emmy's gonna go through the creepypasta.
Pepper is okay.
Okay.
Man, the first scream of the stream, and it wasn't even from a human. Or a vampire. Or a demon. It was literally from a dog!
That's right. I gotta mute that. I forgot to mute my background music for the starting soon.
What?
Now you guys will be able to hear the spooky music that we have picked out.
I can't explain your fear of pasta, okay? I can only do so much.
Hi, Carney. Welcome in for the spooky time. Wow.
Who goes first?
Would you like to go first? It's your special guest.
I could go first. I have r/scary stories on Reddit pulled up, so this is gonna be funny.
I have creepypasta pulled up.
Alright, let's see.
You know what? Now we're doing r/scary stories.
Oh, this is actually kind of long.
Emmy's always spooked.
Dimple's weird love. What do you mean weird love?
Oh, who knocked?
The evil knocking is happening already. Alright. What? Thank you. Alright. The first one. This first one is called My Mother Gave Me 6 Rules to Survive. I followed them perfectly and I almost died.
Ooh.
My mother handed me the list when I turned 12. All mothers did that in our community. For us, it was more of a survival briefing, not a regular mother-daughter talk on puberty. The rules were what kept us safe. In our neighborhood on the outskirts of Delhi, we girls grew up under a shadow. It was needed as everyone knew it was the only way to be spared by the entity. It didn't have a name, but it had a presence. A suffocating, malevolent force that snatched girls from alleys, pulled them out of the dark, and left their broken bodies in ditches. The neighborhood elders spoke of it in hushed, terrified tones. No one had seen it. The ones who did ended up in aforementioned ditches. Damn, just dumping their bodies in the ditch like that?
Damn.
It's kind of lame.
Yeah.
Where was I? There it was. It feeds on vulnerability, my mother told me. Oh, sorry, go ahead. I think I'm going insane. Anyway.
Hearing voices?
I guess. I thought I heard you say something, so I was like, who? Wait,
Would you like me to mute so you can read your story?
No, it's okay. I'm just going batshit insane.
Aren't we all?
Right. The story is pretty spooky. Yeah, apparently girls are just getting eaten. Nom nom nom. It feeds on vulnerability, my mother told me, her hands gripping my shoulders so hard it left bruises. If you follow the rules perfectly, you create a ward. Good, obedient girls are spiritually shielded. The ones it takes, they forgot a rule. They broke the ward. Her eyes were wide with fear. Bro, what the fuck does this feel like? Moms, when they're like, you better not have sex, or you're gonna die! That's what this feels like.
For real. You know what? It reminds me of something.
Yeah.
You know how like when you're just getting into sex ed and your parents tell you not to,
Yeah.
or you'll grow hair on your hand.
Dude, I remember mine. Afterwards, this random girl in my class clung to me really hard and I almost fell over. She's like, I'm never gonna look at a guy the same again.
Spooky thunder and lightning. Ooh.
Ooh. I just have a scorching sun.
I have clouds at least, so it's kind of a good day.
Damn. Hell yeah, clouds. Not if it's
got
part
deep
of Hollywood.
clouds.
Who would love you.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Dude, I love clouds.
You may continue if you wish. I'm sorry.
I'm just looking at Armed and Nimble bicker in my chat. Anyway. They act like a married couple already. I believed her. I had to. It was the only thing that kept the paralyzing dread at bay. These were our rules to keep the entity away. I lived by these rules. Rule number 1. The ward of silence. Never look straight ahead on the street. Keep your eyes glued to your feet. If you hear whispers or calls in the dark, you become a shadow. You do not flinch. You do not speed up. And you never ever reply. No reaction means safety. The cloak. Your outfit must be 3 sizes too big, drowning your shape. No loud colors that attract attention. Your scarf must be pinned securely across both shoulders, double layered, hiding your collarbones. No visible arms or legs. The entity is attracted to exposed skin. So I wear a bedsheet outside. I got you. Be indoors before the streetlights flicker on. If you are late, the dark belongs to it, and you are in its domain. Rule 4. The domestic shield. You are not entirely safe indoors. When male guests or your father's friends visit, practice invisibility. Serve the chai perfectly. Keep your head down, smile politely if spoken to, and vanish into the kitchen. You never know who the entity has latched onto. Look. The rule 5. The locked door. Never be alone in a room with a man, even if he shares your blood. The entity can possess the weak-willed to get you. That's horrifying.
Oh.
Or you're a man to the entity and the story won't go for you. Nah, it'll latch onto him to get to the girly pops. Rule 6. The ultimate compliance. If a force ever corners you, do not scream or fight. High frequencies and aggression feeds its malice. Be docile. Beg softly. Appeal its cosmic order. Call them Bihaya, brother, or uncle. Remind them of God. Remind them you are a daughter of the soil. More
Wait,
like,
so I can't just punch the entity?
I guess not.
Well,
Damn,
shit!
I
That's
can't sucker
everything.
punch him and call him a whore? What the hell? What is this? Boo!
But
Right. When the girls 3 houses down from us disappeared on her way back from college, the aunties whispered that she wore Western clothes and listened to loud music. She broke rule 2, my brain rationalized. Cold and clinical. She broke the ward and let the evil in. She deserved it. Oh my fucking god. She deserved it is crazy. She was once my friend Gita. A little loud, a little brash, but my friend nonetheless. Looking back, we dismissed her disappearance with surprising casualness. You just dismissed that she's fucking dead?
wow,
Holy moly.
that's a big friend.
Yeah, what a great friend. She deserved it and let her fucking die. The hell? Death to you, death to your family, death to your cow.
Sweet thing. Wow.
Felt a sickening sense of safety. I wore suffocating layers of fabric in 40-degree heat. I kept my eyes glued to the asphalt. I made the perfect chai. I treated everyone with profound, trembling respect. I was doing everything right. I was invisible, thus I was safe from the monster. Then came the monsoon of my final year of college.
Oh.
The rain was a deafening sheet of gray. The streets flooded within minutes. Stranding the bus, I panicked. It was 5:30 p.m. The sky was bruising into dark violet purple. The streetlights flickering weakly against the storm. Rule 3. The entity's hour was coming. Whoa. I blame the
Oh.
parents. Remember the time you stole my meat cart for my 30th back in 2012? Yeah, you deserve to be eaten.
Spooky.
I waded through knee-deep water, my heavy silk shirt clinging to my skin. I felt naked, exposed, breaking Rule 2 by no fault of my own. I felt an overwhelming, heavy dread. I was being watched. I could feel it, tracking my desperate movements through the downpour. Just then, a white SUV pulled up beside me. The window rolled down. It was Sharma, Uncle. Thank God. He lived 2 doors down from us. He was a genuinely kind man, retired government officer who spent his pension funding local libraries for girls. A man who treated me like his own daughter, and a man my father deeply respected. Child, he called out. His voice warm, dripping with fatherly concern. The roads are entirely blocked. Come inside. Sit in the back. I'll drop you home. It's not safe for a girl out here. The dark is setting in. Genuinely kind of government officials should not correlate. Damn.
Never trust the government.
Never trust the government. For legal purposes, that's a joke.
Yeah. that is a joke. That is a joke. Please. 100% a joke.
I relaxed. The car was a safe haven. I was indoors, I think. I calculated the rules in my head. Rule 3, get inside. Rule 4, respect your elders. He was a safe man. A good man. I thanked the gods for sending him to me. I got in the back seat. Thank you, Uncle, I whispered, keeping my eyes on my lap. Rule 1, Rule 6. He smiled in the rearview mirror. Good girl. Sorry, that was... Don't you be calling people good girl, you old fart. Anyway, make me, or I'm gonna shove an MP5 at you, armed. I'm watching you. I get it now. Right? The drive was silent, save for the thrumming of the rain. I kept my eyes down throughout the journey. I looked out of the windows a bit too late. We turned into basement parking of an under construction commercial building he owned. The automated garage door rolled down behind us, sealing out the sound of the storm, sealing us into the pitch black concrete tomb. The panic hit me like a physical blow. I was having a full-blown anxiety attack, a sweat dripping down my forehead. My stomach rumbled in hunger and panic. Uncle, where are we? My voice trembled. My mother is waiting. He didn't answer. He cut the engine. The dashboard lights dies, plunging us into near total darkness. I heard the click of his seatbelt. I heard him move. Rule 5, the locked door. Never be alone in a room with a man. Shit, did the car count as one? Guess the car's a room. Human centipede is crazy.
It doesn't look. You got me wanting to. Okay, after stream Hyatt, I need to show you something fun.
Okay, oh boy. I'm afraid.
You should be.
The centipede themed wedding entails, we'll make you the strings of streamers, we'll just make those, but it's human centipede, so it's like men's faces shoved in the other man's asses all along the wedding.
I ran out of space for recording, so shoot.
He opened the back door and climbed in next to me. The smell of sheep cologne, wet leather, and stale tobacco filled the cramped space. But as he drew closer, I noticed something that turned my blood to ice. His hand grazed my thigh. He grabbed my wrist with a terrifying, brutal strength. Uncle, I whimpered, shrinking against the door, clutching my wet scarf tightly over my chest. Look down. Don't look the demon in the eye. Rule 1. He pinned me to the wet leather seat, his hands tearing at the heavy fabric I had relied on for protection. With the first tear of my scrutiny, I felt his hot, heavy breath on my neck. Ugh.
Ew. Oh, hi,
And first,
Goose.
Goosey Goosey.
Goosey just scared the shit out of me.
Lucy jump scare.
The cutest jump scare alive.
For a split second, I froze, waiting for the sky to fall, waiting for the universe to strike him down for breaking its balance, but the darkness remained indifferent. The silence remained absolute. A profound, white-hot fury sparked to life beneath my ribs. It wasn't fear. It was vibrant, liberating rage.
I know
The
I
rules were a
can't
lie.
be streaming. Looks cute.
What a cutie patootie. Like a Glock or a desert? I don't think they're allowed to have guns armed.
Carpet,
Oh,
You're choking Lamau. Entity's gotta be perpy. I don't know, man. This is California. I don't think this is in the States. Let's see. The rules were a lie. And if the rules were a lie, then compliance was suicide. Rule 1, never looked him in the eye. I snapped my head up. I drove my gaze straight into his. I didn't look down. I forced him to see the absolute, unfiltered hatred burning in my eyes. He flinched, shocked by the sudden defiance of his good girl. Let's have to be college girls. I don't know. Rule 6, do not scream. Do not fight. It angers them. I roared, a raw, primal sound that tore from the depths of my throat, shattering the silence of the concrete basement. I didn't beg. I didn't call him uncle. I fought back. I dug my fingernails deep into his face, ripping his skin, gouging towards his eyes. Oh, fuck. Rip his eyes out, Queen. He shrieked, backing away, clutching his bleeding cheek in disbelief. You bitch. Aye, aye. As my blood boiled with defiance, something else answered the call. Then the car began to vibrate, and the temperature dropped visibly. Our breath bloomed from the white plumes. The rain outside seemed to halt, suspended in midair. From the shadows of the backseat floorboard, the darkness began to thicken, rising like a black smoke. I felt not scared, no longer bound by rules. A terrifying density filled my chest. I somehow knew I was no longer the prey. Like what I had been taught, it was neither a phantom demon coming to claim us. The entity wasn't born of the dark, it was born of us. It suppressed, choked back rage of the many girls who had been violated and died in rooms just like this, waiting for a savior that never came. It had been fed by centuries of our silent compliance, and now it was awakened by my rebellion. Oh boy, let's go. The formless shadow drifted behind Sharma Uncle, its cold tendrils wrapping around his arms, pinning him in place. He thrashed, his eyes wide in actual, supernatural terror as the darkness locked his limbs. A chorus of whispers echoed through the car, not a mournful lament, but a rising, vengeful chant. We played by the rules, the voice hisses. Press against the glass. There's never a level playing field. The entity held him tight. It looked at me, or rather, the space where its eyes should be aligned with mine. It was offering a pact. Oh boy, Warlock origin story. Wait, this is actually just like a D&D warlock character origin story.
Nice.
Literally, give us a voice, the cold whispered in my head, and we will give you the teeth. What are the teeth?
I disappeared. Hold on.
Oh,
We're
there it
back.
goes. I don't know, it just reminds me of the smut I regret reading about Sasquatch who stole this woman's boyfriend, and the Sasquatch and the boyfriend fell in love with each other. Are you talking about the Titan's Bride? That just sounds like the Titan's Bride, minus the boyfriend already having a girlfriend.
Oof.
I understood. I accepted. I opened my mouth and drew the freezing black smoke deep into my lungs. I absorbed it. You're not supposed to do spirit drugs. The transition was agonizing and beautiful. I felt the final terror of every missing girl slide into my veins. The girl from 3 houses down. The girl from the park. The ones whose names were never spoken. Took all their accumulated fear, condensed in a single freezing point of absolute malice, and forced it down Sherman Uncle's throat. The shadow in the backseat died down, because it was inside me now. Oh. I looked at Sharma Uncle, whimpering pinned against the door by the sheer gravity of my presence. The blood from the scratches on his face was turning to black ice. This was the man who organized neighborhood festivals. A man everyone respected. A pathetic, cowardly monster when stripped of his societal armor. Please, he whimpered, voice cracking, hands trembling as he tried to pull away from a girl half his size. I'm your uncle. You are nothing. I spat on his face. My voice didn't sound like just mine anymore. It was layered, heavy, and resonant. I didn't follow Rule 6. I didn't go quietly. No, I did not kill him. God damn it! Death would be too quick. An easy escape from the world we had to build. Instead, I reached his mind with the cold tendrils of my new skin and tore out his free will. I hollowed him out until he was nothing but a compliant husk of a human. Oh. The rules were his to follow now. I entered the front passenger seat, my wet torn clothes completely forgotten, the freezing air subsided, and the heavy thrum of the monsoon rain slammed back on the roof of the SUV. Drive, I instructed. His movements were stiff, mechanical, completely toward the grandfatherly warmth he had faked for decades. I laughed as his trembling hand shifted the car into gear, his eyes wide and vacant, completely powerless under my gaze. I have a lot of work ahead of me now. Let me know if you know any Sharma uncles. It's time to teach them some new rules. The end. Damn.
That one was good.
That was pretty good.
Pretty good.
Not bad.
Lucy scared the crap out of me, and then my family came down, so I had to be quiet at the end. So sorry, guys. Are we ready for my story?
I'm ready.
This one is titled, "This is why you shouldn't go down a roller coaster through a forest."
Oh.
When I was a kid, I grew up in the East Ridings of Yorkshire. It's explaining how to say Yorkshire. I lived in a rather ordinary but somewhat boring Port of town, my bad. That most people only bypassed while heading along the motorway. Fast forward to my early teens, I had just finished my first year of high school. And my best friend at this time was a kid named Kyle. I'm assuming isn't their full name. Isn't their actual name? I hope not. And I had grown up together as we both attended the same primary school and lived fairly nearby in town. Thankfully, when high school started, sorry, English is hard. Me and Kyle were thrown into the same classes, so our friendship continued to prosper. Another kid in our class that was first year, who we knew already, sorry, English is
Okay.
was a kid named Kieran. Ironically, Kieran attended the same primary school as me and Kyle, but always been in the opposite, in the opposite, classes for our age group. So we never
It's so
really hold
fur.
on. So we never really became friends until now. That brings that makes me think of how many friends I've had in school that I never really talked to until middle school. Unlike Kyle and myself, who were somewhat short for our age, Kieran was the lankiest kid in school, and if that didn't distinguish him, then it was definitely his long and thick curly hair,
Okay.
which had gained him the nickname Curly Fries. That's funny.
That is funny. I'm very glad they said hair and not something else.
Before high school started, Kieran had actually gotten all wait all of his curly hair shaven off. Probably
Bald!
so the nickname wouldn't
Bald!
become bald higher.
I am bald. I'm so
I
sorry.
can't bald
I
yet.
had to.
I
I
can't
had
bald.
to.
I can't bald.
The meme.
Before high Before high school started, Kieran had actually gotten all of his hair shaven off, probably so this nickname wouldn't continue through his teens. Having already known each other before high school and being in the same classes, it didn't take long for us to become a trio of best friends. You're not a fish, Haya.
Thank you.
I had even recruited Kieran to play for my dad's football team, which Kyle and I both played for. Oh my god. Remember, this is a story in Britain, so football would be soccer.
Soccer.
Remember.
Oh. Freaking soccer.
I would assume. Probably, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because we're the only country that calls it soccer, I believe.
Yeah. Hey, look, the sun's out! Even though the
Ah!
TV
The
blocks
sun!
it. So it's kind of dark in my house either way. Woo!
Woo.
Because of this long friendship three-way, Kieran had invited us both the following summer to a theme park. I almost said fart.
Theme fart.
Theme fart. There we go.
How
Which
many
his
themes of fart
parents
can
were
you use?
taking him.
Sorry.
How many themes of farts? How many farts does it take for a theme?
I don't know. How many themed farts can you fit into one thing? Dirt yummy! What do you mean dirt yummy? The fuck? What the fuck? What'd I do?
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Yeah. Thank you. Uh. Oh yeah. Oh my god, hold on. Why does reading always do this to me?
I don't know.
Okay. Because of this year. Wait, I forgot where I was. Kieran had invited us both the following summer to a theme park, which his parents were taking him for his 13th birthday. The theme park Kieran had taken us to was called Lakewater Valley. Sorry.
Lake water.
I
There's a brain
thought I
and
said
amoeba
Luke
in the lake
Water.
water. Luke water?
Are there amoebas in the amoeba zone?
Probably.
I didn't know every park had an amoeba zone.
Perchance. Man,
A
I'd
family
say.
adventure. Oh,
Sorry.
go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
You're good. You're good. Tell your
I was like,
story.
man, I'd say, I'd say a brain-eating amoeba could be in there, in your head, armed, but there's nothing for it to eat. It's starve. Sorry, I just had to. Is it a 30? Hey, I have bloom on, okay? Heck you. Anyway, continue the.
A family adventure park in the North Yorkshire prior to this. I had never even been to one theme park in my life. To a theme park in my life. Which is obviously where I had my first ever experience on a roller coaster. The only thing I remember about this first roller coaster ride, aside from the 2 bloody hours waiting in line, along with the screaming girls in the front row, was me repeating the same word over and over. It's a bad word, but it's shit. 5 times. I don't like saying it. Yeah. Thank you, Haya.
You're welcome.
I don't know. It might call upon a cursed giant shit to come into my house.
Holy shit. Nah, you'll just get stuck on the toilet for way too long.
Oh God, no! I need that. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't find out about this until a year too late, but that roller coaster was apparently the steepest one in the world. Not in the UK, but the world. And I just
Deepest or
happened to
safest?
choose steepest.
Oh.
I had just happened to choose the monastery as my first. If you don't believe me, just type in the mumbo. I assume this isn't real, but the mumbo jumbo roller coaster at Flamingo Land. That doesn't sound real.
Really doesn't.
Someone look it up. Once we arrived, and you'll see for yourself. That's what it says at the end of that. Once we arrived at Lake Water Valley.
Oh no, it's a real thing.
Wait, really?
It's a real roller coaster. The world's steepest roller coaster.
I thought it was fake. Never mind. I thought it was
Shit, it's
fake.
real.
Never mind. Shit. Let's go together someday.
One day, yeah, amusement park ride in Kirby Misperton, England. Next to Flamingo Land Resort.
If I should
That
continue this one if it's real.
I don't
No,
think
this
it's
just
real.
makes it even better. I
Yeah.
want to continue.
Go,
It must be real. Okay. Once we arrive at Lakewater Valley, after seeing the park's small animals and bird sanctuary, along with more child-friendly attractions, I then go on the first big and definitely scary amusement ride. Ugh, what is this English? Why can't I read today? Words are just jumbling up.
What are words?
Oh, he works! He works! Plankton isn't moaning weirdly anymore.
He moaned. Plankton moaned.
He moaned normally.
Let's go.
Breaking my own brain with my own wordings.
So real.
Thank you. Thank you, Immersed. Oh. I heard the other bubble.
Oh,
But there's nothing else. Okay. Where was I?
where indeed.
Support had to offer. So it said they went to the first big ride that it had to offer. The ride in question, called the Falcon Claw, it's going into more logistics of how a roller coaster works, apparently.
Ooh.
A KMG afterburner pendulum that lifts, swings, and twists you high above the air before doing the same thing way low. Neither Kyle nor Kieran wanted to come on this ride with me.
Valid.
Kyle didn't because, well, to put it lightly, he was always a girl's lady. Wait, what?
Huh?
I'm gonna continue. It's confusing me. So I'm assuming that they're calling him a child or like
A girl?
I don't know, a girl. Yeah.
Maybe?
And as best as I remember, Kieran wasn't feeling too well, not wanting to go on this ride alone. Kieran's stepdad, Steve, agreed to go on the ride with me. Steve was a
Right.
former rugby player
Ooh.
and was therefore a very big guy, so I felt a lot safer being on the ride with him. Not that it stopped me from closing my eyes the entire time.
That's so real.
I hate roller coasters. And I wanted to take you guys. And then when you guys visited, I wanted to take you guys to an amusement park.
Yeah. I would not be going on any roller coasters, dude.
We could have done bumper cars.
We could have. Bumper car you into
Once
the
the ride
ocean.
is over. Yeah. They also had like in my personal water, like in the amusement park that I wanted to take them to, there was an actual water park as well, which I hate water parks.
What about you scary, man?
I have a fear of drowning. Actually, I can't even go in pools.
Valid as fuck.
Okay, continuing now. Sober, and I recover a bad case of vertigo. We all make our way to the further inside the park excitedly. Coming onto the first water attraction of the day, I quickly learned this ride is nothing more than just a water slide with an inflatable dinghy. I don't know what that is.
Like a little boat.
So like a little floaty.
Yeah, like a little floaty raft.
Okay. But unlike the Falcon Claw, I thankfully get to go on it with Kyle and Kieran. While the three of us waited 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 patiently. Hold on. I
The
got hit
Stranger
with something.
This is Stranger Things theme playing
Did
on my end?
Me too!
Oh?
What? Are we
What?
synced? What is going on?
I don't know.
Did you skip it?
I did not.
I'm gonna leave it then.
I'm
I'm
also gonna
sorry, you
leave it.
confused me.
Also, there you go.
I then turn around to the sound of laughter directly behind me, where, to my surprise, the laughter was coming. Wait, hold on. I may have skipped something.
Oh?
Uh, while the three of us wait impatiently in line, I then turn around to the sound of laughter directly behind me, where, to my surprise, the laughter was coming from the from two 11-year-old girls. Fucking hate kids and any story. Kids are
Fuck them
creepy!
kids. Fuck them kids! Hey, screw the kids. I hate the kids. No kids.
Why is it always kids?
No children allowed.
And this is why Abby doesn't want kids.
Baby
It's
extermination
always
time.
children. They're evil.
They're little like freaks. Kids are little freaks, man.
As it turns out, these girls had also been on the Falcon Claw when I was. And they thought it was just hilarious that I had my eyes closed the entire time. Well, fuck those kids.
Punt them.
Punt those kids
Bah.
far. Ironically, like a scared little girl, if that wasn't humiliating enough, for the whole rest of the day, Kyle and Kieran wouldn't let me hear the end of it. What is wrong with being scared on a roller coaster?
Also, didn't they not go on?
Yeah.
They're like, what right did they got? Huh? Huh?
They're the scaredy cats.
Exactly.
I'm wondering when this gets spooky.
Me too.
A couple of hours later, and after several more rides, we came upon the most famous and scariest roller coaster in the park, the Maximum. Oh, that one sounds nice, actually.
Ooh.
The music sounds nice, actually.
It really does.
Are we on the same track?
We might be. Overture?
Yep.
Yep, we are.
Hey, we
That's
did
funny.
it! Not even
Hey!
trying. Let's go!
Shared music experience.
Let's go!
Hell yeah.
Only true friends can get this. I'm just
Yes.
joking.
Oh shit. Beat drop right before the spooky part. Let's go.
This roller coaster built in the early 90s. Previously held the record as the world's longest at 2,268 meters. Damn!
Dang! That's a
Nope!
long boy.
But what made the Maximum so unique was after two high and very steep apexes, the track would then enter and bend through trees of a nearby forest. Kieran had been on the Maximum before and was very excited to go on it again.
Okay.
As was I. Kyle, however, decided to stay behind and watch from the sidelines. Being the little bitch he was.
Yeah, that's right, little bitch Kyle.
That's me.
Sitting on the sidelines. You skipped out on every fucking ride, I bet. I bet you every
Yeah.
single fucking ride, Kyle. What the fuck, Kyle? God, Kyle.
It's always a Kyle.
Just go drink your White Claw. Anyway.
And so it would be just me and Kieran who would ride the Maximum. While the cars quickly fill up with passengers, Kieran and I take our seats on the near the front, my bad. Before long, the coaster starts moving along the tracks to the first lift hill. The climb up the apex is very slow, but in the meantime, me and Kieran have a great view of the park. Once we reach the summit, the front of the roller coaster then shoots straight and painfully down the slope. Nope. Ugh. It's very detailed. I hate roller coasters.
You can yell.
Okay.
Excuse me.
You are excused. And good push.
Thank you.
uh, I forgot where I was.
The steep down.
Okay. Then shoot straight down and straight and painfully down the slope, filling every single cart behind us with fun-filled screams. Although it had only been a year since my first and last ride on a roller coaster, I'm by no means prepared for the gut-gurning feeling of temporarily airborne. I honestly found the experience of it quite painful. Once back down on the horizontal track, we then have to contend the coaster's almost unnaturally fast speed along the bends and bumps. Despite despite this part, I was at these
These
nuts.
nuts. Oh my god. God damn it.
We need to get out of each other's brain today.
We're finishing each other's sandwiches.
Sandwiches.
Kill for a sandwich, man.
Me too. The most thing I had today was a pizza.
Damn.
I had 2 pieces of pizza and 2 garlic knots.
Nice.
It was good.
I had a piece of pizza and I had
Okay,
some
back to the
pizza.
story.
Continue.
Despite this part of the ride only lasting for seconds, when you're busy screaming and irrationally fearing for your life, you genuinely feel it like it's. You generally feel like it's longer. Why was that sentence so hard?
I don't know.
Although the carts thankfully began to lose speed and bruising bends come to a stop, this is only because we have reached the next lift hill, where there would be a second and even higher apex, followed by another and even steeper slope. Despite me and Kieran fearfully anticipating the summit, what thankfully lessens the tension of this is the cart directly behind us.
Oh?
It's a group of 4 Jamaican tourists. I kid you not, but when the coaster had gone full throttle down those tracks, I literally hear one of them say, "Oh no, man." Kieran and I actually have a good laugh about this.
Oh no, man.
About I can't do the accent, but yeah. As 4 terrified Jamaicans on a roller coaster fondly remind us of the movie Cool Runnings. I don't know what that is.
I don't either.
Well, before long we reach the top of the apex, which is then followed by a terrifying shoot down. This time, the track would lead us into the forest and between narrow gaps of trees.
Oh no.
Okay, I'm gonna take a small pause here, because a reminder, Kieran is tall.
Yeah, I was
I
literally
don't know how
thinking.
tall Oh God.
One
Do
of
you
them's
think
gonna
he's
get
gonna get
decapitated.
decapitated?
Yeah, one's gonna get decapitated. I actually have a story about that. There was
Ooh.
I had a teacher who was telling us about the time he was taking his granddaughter on a trip at Disney World on one of the kid rides, and how he was really really tall. He was the only adult on the ride, and they went into this tunnel, and it didn't warn him about the tunnel, and he ducked down, and as he ducked down, this like sharp piece of wood came and took his hat off.
Shit.
So, like, if my teacher didn't duck down, he would have got decapitated on a Disneyland's kids ride and just showered a
Did
bunch
he
of
get his
children in
hat
blood.
back?
No,
That's the most important question.
no, he did not get his hat back. He
Rest in
he,
peace, hat.
the poor hat. He survived with his life, but not his hat. SMH.
Any cowboy knows that's not getting to be a cowboy.
I'm gonna be a cowboy, baby. I could never do roller coasters. Last time I was on one, the little like rail that holds you down like wouldn't lock, so I was holding it down for the entire ride, praying I didn't fly out of my seat.
I thought I was the only one that had that issue. It was the first
No,
roller coaster I've ever rode, and it didn't lock. It was the last one I ever rode. I haven't been on one since.
I haven't been
And
on one
then
since I
I
haven't either.
remember this exact roller coaster also had a screw loose as well that day. They couldn't
Oh,
find a screw, and I went on that. I thought I
oh
was gonna
god.
die.
Ugh.
Yay.
I'm
Death.
good. All right, let's
I'm
read
very
this
good.
bitch get decapitated.
The roller coaster is now moving at speeds I have never gone in my life. But what makes the speed even worse is the idea of the carts breaking off the hinges and crashing straight into the body of trees, splattering all inside. Thank you for the gore. I love
It's
it.
like that one scene from Corpse Party.
Yeah. Okay, I love playing Corpse Party though. The story is so damn good.
I love Corpse Party.
Me
Oh, my
too.
ads are starting. Oh no.
Do you want me to wait?
This is the climax. We should wait.
Okay. So, what do we think of the story so far?
I like it. What do you think so far?
Pretty good. It's a long read though.
It is a long
I'm
read.
trying.
You're doing pretty good. English
I've
is
had
hard.
a few scuffles, but that's besides the point.
Yeah, English is hard as fuck, man.
It is.
What do you mean they have three theirs and each one is completely different with context and meanings? What do you mean?
It's intriguing. That
Yes.
immersed. It really is.
Like, man.
Wait, you know that video?
Yes!
Oh my god.
What do you mean, oh my god? I love the Celestia cocaine video.
What?
There's a
I
video.
found it in a random ass Discord server and I was like, oh, this is obscure.
I love this
no,
video.
apparently you know it.
Of course I know it. I'm a VTuber on the fucking internet.
You're gonna have to show it to me.
I will send it to you right now. I haven't played it because I don't want it to go on the street just in case. But, I can just read it. It's basically Princess Celestia is organizing a party. Okay, so 18 pounds of cocaine, 12 pounds of crack, 7 male strippers. Make sure none of them are one, and I can't see coke on them if they aren't. Make sure
That's
your
great.
Discord's muted. I'm gonna put it in my memes channel too. I fucking love this video so much. I love every iteration of it that happens.
And Misha could get a small drink while we wait.
Yeah.
Because I'm
Run
done.
Run your ads, get a drink.
I lost my spot. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Blah, blah, blah.
Uh-oh.
Let me run ads really quickly
Lowest
while we
2
find
days
spot.
of work ever.
What?
Cometh June 9th, I work that day. It is going to be the slowest work day of my life.
I'm gonna be busy that day.
But I will be staying up until like 2 in the morning.
I know you will. I won't see you all day. Or
You
all
won't see
week.
me for the next week.
I know I won't.
I
The
shall
final Destiny
return.
2 update. Okay. I will keep them entertained.
I will play another 7,000
Thank you, Haya.
hours into that game. I will not
You're
stop
welcome.
playing until I reach over 10K.
I know, I'm not gonna see you. You're gonna hit 10K hours and I'm gonna like have a successful career. I'm like, oh my god, he emerged.
I'm gonna be like I used to be, I hope so.
I don't know. Man. I can't believe it is the final Destiny update. Already.
I hope we'll turn it around.
Hopefully, we'll see.
Hope we get over 500K. Maybe even a million.
Fun, so funny. Did any of you guys watch the Game Awards? I actually watched not the Game Awards, the Summer Games Fest. I get them sometimes. I was watching the Summer Games Fest, just watching the chat stroll by as we watch all the people like, I want this game, I want that game. I'm gonna be honest, there wasn't really many games on there that I was like super blown away. But we're still on the roller coaster story. We're taking a small pause for ads and drinks.
No way. The New York City mayor was asking for Destiny 3?
Damn.
Whoa. Yeah.
Yeah. We think someone's gonna get decapitated because we're right before the part where the roller coaster goes, Yew! And that's usually when someone dies, right? You did miss me talking about my teacher that almost got decapitated, though. I'd be surprised. He was a funny teacher. I wonder if he ever got fed Gerber baby peas in a diaper. I ever wonder if that happened. Alright, let me give context to the baby peas and diaper thing. So, my teacher said if no one smoked or drank before they became the legal age for all these little tiny humans, that everyone who didn't could dress him up in a diaper and feed him Gerber baby peas. This is like a 60-year-old man. Of course, I doubt it ever happened. Like, I never heard anything about it. I'd also go to his classroom every morning and ask for Skittles. Skittles are freaking peak, though. Speaking of Skittles, you guys ever have freeze-dried Skittles? You tried to do the similar thing, but she actually kept her promise. Yo, based. Peak teacher. Teachers that keep promises like that are actually so peak. But I don't talk to anybody from that time period anymore, so like I don't know if it actually happened. Oh well. Good teacher. There's some pretty good teachers. Not many, but there's some pretty good ones. The teachers are so hard to find, man. Nah. I'm just glad I never gotta deal with a teacher again. At least not for the next 100 years. Then I gotta go pretend to be a child again. Ew, it's gonna suck. That's the downside of being immortal, is sometimes you gotta pretend to be a child again. Sucks, dude. Oh. Vampire Lord. When y'all are dead and gone and I'm gonna have to do all this again. Ugh. Hello.
Hello.
Oh well.
Oh, yeah, I need to find where I was before I continue, so continue what you were saying.
I'm gonna retire and
Grab
become a
my
cat
kibble.
girl. You want some freaking cat kibble? Want some wet cat food armed? Now I'll give you some catnip and watch you go bounce off the walls. Boing 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 boing. Yeah.
Well, if I hang up all the shirts, you put away all the...
Yeah. I'm gonna ooh woo meow all over the place.
Ooh, woo?
I knew that was gonna happen.
You know what? If anyone gives Saya a sub, I will uwu.
Give me a sub, yo ooh woo. It's pretty peak.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Getting Emmy a sub. What, let you gift her a sub? Oh god, we're 6 away from drug tripper dare. I'm scared for that. so glad Alex isn't here to give me money. Or Perez.
It is not mine.
I needed water. And something to snack on because I was feeling weird.
Fair. I am kind of hungry, but I'm gonna wait till after stream to eat. It is brothers.
Had to hydrate. Doing all this reading.
Right? Each story taking about 30, 40 minutes isn't that bad. When they're not here, I don't know. That'd be something to ask Alex. Nah, just gift a random sub and hope it lands on Emmy, I guess. The sub roulette. Spin the wheel! I love that gifting like bundles of subs. It's like gambling to see who gets it. They know what they were doing. They entered gambling mechanics right from the start.
Okay, I found it. I'm gonna finish my pizza first.
Heck yeah. You should probably find the
Sorry.
next story. You're good.
Mhm.
And they go into debt, not allowed. I'm gonna smite you. Interesting music.
The song that's currently playing is putting me in an unsettling feel.
Right? I guess it's perfect for watching someone get decapitated via roller coaster.
There is a Lucy next to me.
Heck yeah, comfort Lucy.
She's too precious for this. She should cover her ears.
Cover your ears, Lucy. Cover your ears.
Okay. I'm still lost where I was.
I think it was right before they went down the next steep slope.
Oh wow, this takes a crazy story turn.
Ooh, I'm excited. I'm excited.
I was way too far. Mhm.
I'm excited.
Okay. Last bite of pizza coming after this. I will continue.
Wah, 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 wah.
Hmm.
Need popcorn eating emoji. There is one that got added to emote labs. I can add it later today. I want to redo a lot of my emotes, but alas. Maybe I could do it now. I'm so excited.
One more really warm sip of water. The water's warm. For some reason.
Like when?
Okay. Excuse me. Okay. Let me know if I'm reading something from before.
Okay.
Excuse me. Well, before long, we reach we reach the top of the apex, which is then followed by a terrifying shootdown. Do we read that?
Nope, I think we're right where we're supposed to be.
Okay. Only this time, the tracks would lead us straight into the forest between the narrow gaps of trees. The roller coaster is now moving at speeds I have never gone before in my life. But what makes this worse is the idea of the carts breaking off at the hinges and straight into the body of trees, splattering all inside. After one painful bend and another, the tracks are now heading toward the pitch black underside of the stone arch bridge. Before I can even anticipate, me and Kieran are covered entirely in a blanket of darkness. We're at an untamable speed. We can't even see where we were going. With my sight temporarily suspended, I then suddenly feel an impact thud inside the cart, which is instantly followed by something not only wet but warm splatter upon my face. I am too full of adrenaline to even process a single thought. The one I have is that the cart has gone over a puddle and drenched us in muddy water. Only mere seconds after this tunnel of darkness is lifted from over our heads, and while we are moving through the forest at ultra speed, I then take a look over to my left at Kieran, but the image is not what I was expecting to see.
Oh.
What I see is Kieran, his face and t-shirt drenched in some dark substance. Whatever the substance is on him it not only impaired his vision, but seems to have left a bitter taste in his mouth. I then look down at my own shirt and realize what it is on me come to fruition. The sound of grinding gears, tracks and passengers screams quickly fill back into my ears, but unlike before, the screams are not of excitement or adrenaline-filled fear, but horror. Every single passenger in the carts ahead of us has been covered in this red and apparently fleshy substance. Ugh.
Yum! Blood shower.
And it takes only time for either me, Karen, or anyone else to figure out what has happened. After the entirety of this horror has been realized, the ride thankfully begins to slow down to its end, where we then mercifully enter out the forest and back into the park.
Get a bird?
Once our restraints finally unlock, every passenger on the maximum escapes from their cart to reach the safe, solid ground. The platform searching around the platform for Kieran's parents and Kyle. Once the blood-soaked passengers move out of the way, we then see the look of pure shock on the three of their faces.
Oh my.
Kieran's parents demand to know what happened to us. And although we tell them the coaster hit something going under a bridge, because the tunnel of darkness has blinded our vision, we have no idea what that thing was. While me and Kieran went to the toilets to clean ourselves, Kieran's mom, and basically all other adults on the ride have gone to complain to the park officials. After the park staff investigate the bridge, they then come back with the conclusion a wild deer driving in my car.
Right after.
Hey, that bomb!
bomb just shaped like a deer. My first thought was, oh dear.
A wild deer had wandered on the tracks allegedly. The roller coaster had
Allegedly.
then collided with the deer. Driving
And
in my car.
my car. People died using
I'm
that.
sorry.
Yeah.
And due to the speed it was going, decapitated and sprayed all the passengers. We were right about a decapitation.
Let's go. We got ahead of ourselves.
Yep.
Thank you, Akira.
Akira.
Once the mystery of where this blood came from has been solved, Kieran's parents drive the three of us back home to East Yorkshire, where we all vow to never return to Lakewater Valley. Unfortunately, the story of what happened that day doesn't end there. Believe me, I really wish it did, due to wild deer carrying various diseases. Mine and Kieran's parents had tested us the following day after all the deer's blood had not only gotten on our skin, but our eyes and even in Kieran's mouth.
Yeah. Yum.
Ew. Although my results thankfully came back negative for things like Lyme and Wales disease, unfortunately Kieran has contracted something. But the strange thing about it was that he had contracted from the blood wasn't transferable between wild deer and human. On the contrary, the disease Kieran has now had could only have been transferred to him by a member of the same species, which means the blood that infected Kieran that day hadn't come from a wild deer. It had come from it came from another person.
Oh shit.
The end.
Dun, dun, dun. Well, what did he get?
I don't know. This one was actually posted, I believe, a day ago.
It was pretty good.
Pretty good.
Man, I hate it when my roller coaster collides with a human at speeds unnatural to us. Man.
Right?
So inconvenient.
That's a good thought. What if Kieran was a deer all along?
Oh dear.
For this. Okay.
That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. That was a stretch.
So what is the one you have next for us?
I'll give the roller coaster one a 6 out of 10. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I have, when kids in my town turn 18 years old, they kill their parents. I just discovered why. It has 85 upvotes versus the last one, which had 24.
What subreddit is this?
Ooh.
r/scary stories. Which just like, what are you reading? Decapitation! Anyway. They called us the miracle generation. Children were seemingly not allowed in this town. And when, by some miracle, they were somehow allowed to exist, that lasted maybe 3 or 4 days. So when an entire class of babies came out of nowhere, that's what our town named us. Miracles. 18 years later, Seth Daniels killed his parents. And I don't mean kill, like he burned the house down with them in it, or poisoned them in their sleep. I mean kill. You know what's gonna happen? I do know. According to the town newspaper my mom is always feverishly reading, the bodies were mutilated. Like an animal, and torn them apart. I knew Seth. I'd known him since we were little kids. He lived across the road from me. Seth regularly invited me over to watch Power Rangers and would enthusiastically sing and dance to the intro. Seth loved his mom and dad. The town media went radio silent except for one measly article in the newspaper. I figured nobody wanted to say what everyone was thinking, but it didn't make sense. The curse had allowed us to live for 17 years and now it wanted to do something? And why would it lash out at parents instead of kids? Why force the kid to kill their parents? What even is Crypt TV? Detail that jumped out at me. It was Seth's 18th birthday, the exact day. I knew this because he'd been talking about having a party at school. I mean, I'm not a rocket scientist, so what kid actively talks about having a birthday party on the same day they're planning to brutally murder their parents? I asked a lot of questions because nobody else was making noise. I refused to believe Seth had willingly done something like this. Mom said the Daniels were too gruesome to tell me about, so I did some digging myself. We're a small town. Finn Novak is the son of the sheriff, so it cost me $20 and a promise to introduce him to my brother to get into his dad's office. It was very cloak and dagger. I definitely felt like one of those TV detectives. The documents were still fresh on the top drawer beneath his desk. Daniels. I picked up the folder, motioning for Finn to keep a lookout. He tossed me a pissed-off look, but attempted to charm the receptionist into a conversation while I studied the autopsy note. After skim reading, I wished I could delete the information from my memory. Mara! I lifted my head. The boy was making some pretty intense hand gestures worthy of a Saturday morning cartoon. Are you crazy? Get out of there! Before I could answer, he pointed behind him. Eyes wide. My dad is coming, he mouthed. Nodding, I forced myself to stay calm despite the way my stomach twisted. I snapped several photos of the notes before swiftly leaving the room and closing the door behind me. It's not like Finn expressed any interest in what I was looking for, but he still sat with me on a bench in the middle of the town square, a Starbucks latte balanced in his lap. Ew. So, he leaned over, peeking at my phone while loudly slurping on his straw. What's the verdict? Did he kill them? I had a hard time answering without bringing up my meager breakfast. Yes, I said, staring at the photo on my phone screen. Mom was right. The autopsy notes were gruesome. There's barely anything left to perform an autopsy on. Oh my, did he eat them?
Oh my.
Did he, turn them into the Cartman chili, where, Cartman turned that one boy's parents into chili?
That episode.
Delicious human chili. In my head, Seth had maybe stabbed his parents, but in reality, he had ripped them apart. The notes contained a detailed description of the remains, which weren't much. A single torso and a head. That was it. Both victims were Sonia, 38, and Oliver, 39 Daniels. The images were black and white, and I could barely make them out. Just 2 square photos stapled to the end of a report, but they wouldn't leave my mind. A single head. A torso. That's all that remained to Seth's parents, which meant somehow he had the strength to rip them to shreds. I was already thinking it when I passed my phone to Finn, who hissed through his teeth. Holy fuck, he muttered, passing me his empty cup while squinting at the screen. Crazy actually butchered them. He didn't butcher them, I managed to choke out, despite knowing I was in deep denial. I couldn't defend Seth when the evidence was sitting right there in black and white. He hadn't just killed them. He had dismembered them in a way no human, not even some genius serial killer could. This was animalistic. The more I thought about it, the sicker I got. It wasn't until my mouth filled with vomit and I was on my hands and knees, choking up my guts, that the gravity of the situation truly slammed into me. If Seth Daniels has killed his mom and dad out of nowhere, was that fate going to take me too? It had to be the curse. There was no other explanation. Definitely unrealistic, right? Where'd the body go?
Okay.
Where's the body? Was it just a head and a torso? Fucking, llamas with hats type disappearance.
What happened to his hands?
I don't know.
His hands, Carl. What happened to his hands?
I had a craving that only hands could satisfy. Carl, that kills people.
Oh.
It's the police.
A little
the police
fact before you continue. Oh, never mind.
No, go ahead.
I actually had a friend. His name was actually Carl. Anytime someone talked to him, it was always Carl.
Carl, did you do your homework?
It used to drive that poor kid insane.
Oh, that poor man. Oh, 7 Carl.
He was a good friend of mine too.
You'll be remembered, Carl.
Hey Carl, rest in peace. I'm just joking.
Rest
I
in
hope
peace
not.
is. He'll be a head and a torso at the end of it. I didn't dig any further into the investigation because I was terrified of finding something I didn't want to see. Murder motivated by emotion or motive is awful, sure, but it can be understood. But when it comes to some separate force taking control of your will and forcing you to kill, that's when there are no real answers, only questions. Our town had been plagued by an invisible-ish force that had taken away our children. Could it be that we'd angered it? By being born, had we somehow pissed off this all-seeing God? Several days later, when Mom told me Seth had been taken to juvenile detention and never even gotten a court case, he admitted to it automatically. Yes, I killed my mom and dad. Those were his exact words, when he was dragged from his house and his arms bound behind his back, a pair of Ray-Bans hiding his eyes from the world. The words were cruel and unforgiving, spoken in an emotionless drone. He didn't care. Watching him get swarmed by local news crews from my bedroom window, Sniffle resembled a celebrity. The way he shoved through flashing lights and microphones. Seth Daniels hated attention. Usually, if he got picked to read in class, his cheeks would turn bright red and he'd stumble through the passage trying not to cry. The boy I saw was not my neighbor. This version of him had his head high, movements swift and robotic as he calmly climbed to the back of a waiting SUV. Despite seeing all that, despite watching Seth stand uncaring in front of the cameras, I still knew he would never do something like that. I know murderers can turn out to be the most unexpected people. Friends, family, the people you grow up with and trust. But there's something about the Daniels case I couldn't get out of my head. Mom told me to forget about it when I started asking questions about the so-called curse and about how exactly I was born. Over dinner, I asked one too many. She dropped her fork onto her plate, startling my twin sitting across from me. Freddie and I were fraternal twins that looked nothing alike, but that didn't stop Mom from trying to dye my hair when I was little, so I'd match Freddie's red curls. I have natural brown hair. Freddie is a redhead, and Noah is blonde. Normal people would probably question that, but it was pretty common for kids not to resemble their parents because of the lengths people went in order to have children. It doesn't make sense, I said for maybe the third or fourth time. If only rare is hyperfixating. Why now? I forked pasta into my mouth, ignoring my twin's glare. If we really are cursed, why wait a whole 17 years? Laura. Mom cleared her throat, her lips pausing on the rim of her wine glass. When Dad worked late, Mom pulled out the wine. We weren't supposed to tell him. What did I tell you about discussing business that's not ours? But it is my business, I said. Steph was my friend. Whew, this is intense.
Funny thing was, I was about to read that one.
It's good.
It is.
But it is my business. Oh, I read that one. He was my friend. Freddie had already finished his dinner, occasionally glancing down at his switch. You didn't even like him. Do you remember when you called him an asshole? This time I kicked him. And the way he jumped to his seat and his eyes widening for a fraction of a second, it hurt him. We were 12, and he stole my doll. You still called him an a-hole, Freddie said in a sing-song voice, his glance flickering back to his game. I actually played with him. He only paid attention to you because he wanted to play on your DS. You called him a big-nosed freak, I spat back. So did you. Noah, our well-behaved little sister, ducked her head to hide her laughter. That's enough. Mom, who was halfway through a bottle of wine, to slam the glass down on the table. Her eyes found mine. Mom, if you ask one more question about the Daniels case, I'll take your phone for a week. Freddie snickered, but she snapped at him too. That goes for you too. She stood up. I'm going upstairs. Whoever's on the rota, please clean the dishes and make the kitchen tidy before your father comes home. Freddie huffed like a child, folding his arms. What about Noah? He gestured to her. She was laughing. I was not, Noah squeaked. Judging by the sudden noise that escaped my brother's mouth, our little sister had joined me in my assault. Mom didn't reply. Taking her glass of wine and the whole bottle, she slunk upstairs as usual. We were used to it. Every night when Dad was work, Mom abandoned us at the dinner table, did the same ritual she had been doing since we were little kids. Armed with nothing but wine and a candle, Mom would lock herself in her bedroom until the early hours of the next morning. Bleh. What the fuck is reading?
Reading is impossible.
Right? Blech. When we were 10, Freddie and I attempted to sneak in and see what she was doing, but at that point, about late into the night, Mom had fallen asleep on the floor, the candle still flickering away. That night was the same. Mom disappeared all night, and I took it upon myself to clean the dishes. Freddie went to hang out with friends, and Noah practically went brain dead when she got on TikTok. Mom had a strict rule. No matter what, we had to hand their phones in at 11 every night. This included all electronics, including switches. In fact, she went as far as switching out the outlets in our rooms, which meant no late night games in Mario Kart. I thought we'd eventually grow out of that rule. But no. Freddie was, of course, the golden boy, so he had left his phone and switch on the kitchen table before leaving for his friend's house, which Mom also said wasn't allowed, but I guess that rule didn't apply to him. I was sitting on the kitchen countertop, frowning at the phone screen, reading and rereading the Daniels autopsy notes when Noah let out a shriek. The time was 1:01, which meant Noah was already breaking the no phone rule. I jumped off the countertop, pausing to throw my phone next to Freddie's before the thought hit me. It was my first automatic thought to put my phone down. I tried to pocket it before the pulsing pain suddenly knifed through my fingers. It felt like an electric shock, only lasting a few seconds, maybe not even that. My phone slipped from my hands, but not before the lights above flickered and went out completely, leaving me in the darkness. Fuck. The warm glow of the hallway outside confirmed it was just the kitchen that had short-circuited. Mom had always been antsy about technology altogether. She only got us phones because we begged, and Freddie had bought his Switch himself with cash from his part-time job. My gaze found mostly okay iPhone lying down on the pastel pink tiles. Hi, vodka. I reached to pick it up before the same pain arrived in my index finger. Mara. Noah's squeak came from the lounge. I found her sitting on the floor, her phone in her hands, her eyes were wide, her lips stretched into a grin. Look, she whispered. Following her gaze, I saw my sister grasping her phone. I saw nothing interesting. She's watching a YouTube video, some kind of video essay on serial killers. What? It's charging. At first, I had no idea what she was talking about. My gaze found the charging symbol at the top of her screen, a lightning bolt indicating the charge was inserted. You. Very pink. When I felt Noah's finger, I glimpsed her iPhone charger on the other side of the room, still plugged into the outlet. Noah was shaking with anticipation. Wait, that's not even the best part, she squeaked. This is what happens if I let go. My sister dropped the phone and the symbol disappeared. She picked it back up and the charging indicator flashed. Initially, I thought she was playing some kind of trick, but she did it again. And then again. And I realized I wasn't seeing things. The phone was charging itself without a charger. Noah being Noah, automatically thought she's had some kind of superpower. The little sister jumped to her feet and started her television, popping the screen, only for nothing to happen. Then she tried the lamp on the stand and the PlayStation 4. Nothing. I admit, I was kind of excited for maybe a full minute before I realized this was likely a scientific explanation, and there was. According to an article I found online, yes, electronic devices can charge their batteries through various methods without being plugged into a source of electricity. Still, according to the author of the article, it wasn't usually enough power to make a difference, so why hadn't Nicole's phone actually been charging? I watched the percentage jump from 10 to 16. I put it down to a malfunction. It made sense, if I really thought about it. Next, however, did not make sense. I was still half asleep when I woke up to my brother looming over me. What is it? Freddie waved the phone in my face. Just read it. I did, skimming through the messages, each one sending my gut hurtling further and further into my throat. There was a sea of gray messages from the recipient. Only 2 messages in blue from Freddie. Skin to flesh. It was gnarly. Mrs. Kane fainted, and my mom had a fucking panic attack. Skull completely pulverized. I can't believe I saw this shit, man. What the fuck? There are people guarding the scene now. But earlier you could just fucking walk in. Animal. Crazy fucking psycho. The living room was covered in blood. Like a horror movie. The guy painted the fucking walls. There wasn't anything left on the stretcher they brought out. Just skin? There were blue sheets over the body. But there wasn't even a body. I think I saw a hand or maybe a foot, but they definitely weren't attached. I don't know.
I'm just gonna interrupt for a minute. It made me think of that one scene from Carp's Party, with the girl going Mach 2 to the wall.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Splat. Splat.
You said that and the fucking beat dropped on my music. That was great.
Hit the wall with a satisfying beat drop.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, you're good. You're good. You're about to get the craziest plot twist, man.
Oh shit, I'm ready.
Mom wants to send me to therapy. My brother finally replied in blue. Who was it? The sheriff's son, came the reply. The kid's going to hell, and I'm an atheist. I hope he gets his karma, because who does that? Wasn't he close to his pop? Jesus fucking Christ, I can't get my head around it. It took a moment for the message to sink in, and I was out of bed before my brain could catch up with my body. Finn. That's right, Finn killed his dad. In 3 strides, I was on my knees, choking up dust. Dude. Finn killed his dad. I guess his dad is finished. I had to. Damn. A hand, a foot, and some skin. That's all that's left of the sheriff. Also, there's a popcorn
foot and
eating
some
emote
skin.
now.
I need to add that.
Less scufflings.
I need to do that for my Emplings, but I will probably wait till after
After stream.
1.5 debut.
Yes. Where the fuck was I? How long until
Sorry
they
to
find out
interrupt.
why? No, you're good. I'm excited. I hope they find out. Freddy dropped down onto my bed with a hissed breath. Didn't you know that kid? He whispered. That was Finn, right? His words weren't fully registering. This time, I did throw something up. Something sour and slimy sputtering from my lips, my stomach heaving. You okay? No. Do you want me to help? No. I swiped at my mouth, but it kept coming. This time, bouts of stomach lining filling my mouth. Did you check? I managed to choke, spitting out vomit. Was it to see if it was Finn? Oh yeah, it was him alright. The cops already caught him. Apparently he was trying to make a run for it. Rennie sighed. Maybe I was scared. It did make sense. How could Finn kill his father? He loved his dad. I barely knew the kid outside of him helping me get into his dad's office, but even then I saw photo frames in Sheriff Novak's desk. I saw photos of the two at Christmas and Father's Day, on vacations and just hanging out together. In kindergarten, a boy had loudly announced that Sheriff Novak was a pig, and Finn wrestled him to the ground, almost knocking the kid out. Finn was tiny, lean. There's no way he was strong enough to rip his father apart. Fuck, Freddy groaned, hanging upside down off the bed. He twisted his head to look at me, blowing dark red hair out of his eyes. Are we cursed? That was the first time I found myself nodding, my thoughts dizzy. That didn't stop me from trying to talk to him. According to Mom, Finn was being shipped off to juvenile detention at noon. Until then, he was locked up downtown. Sheriff Novak was dead, so the town's law enforcement was scrambling to appoint someone new. The station had been packed all morning before people slowly started to disperse. I took my chance, slipping out of a group of frantic parents screaming about the safety of their kids. While a woman behind the counter tried to calm them down, I ducked through the door and back into the cells. I expected guards. There were none. I figured the chaos with the parents would give me a perfect distraction. Just clickbait and never explained why. That'd be so funny. Ugh. The first thing I noticed when I stepped inside was the flickering light, not from the bulbs overhead, in front of the cell's empty desk with an open laptop. As I stepped closer, I realized the laptop screen flickering erratically. When the bulb above me shattered, I jumped. Mara. Finn's voice sounded just like Seth's, flat, emotionless. I spun around and caught sight of him standing behind the bars, hands wrapped around them, very Silence of the Lambs. Finn loved horror movies, so I wouldn't have been surprised. Just jokingly reenacting a scene. The recording required him to show even a shred of emotion. Dude, this kid's fucking creepy.
Creepy.
It's like you want to play a
Creepy.
game, Mara? Oh, man. I wasn't sure what I'd expected, but it wasn't this. I thought Finn would be hysterical, crying, swearing he was innocent, that he would never kill his father. Instead, I was staring at the face of a murderer. Or half of one. His lips curved into a faint smile, but there was nothing behind it. Just like Seth's, his eyes were hidden behind a pair of Ray-Bans. Expensive-looking ones that clasped his short-sleeved t-shirt and jeans. Both stained of his father's blood. I opened my mouth to speak. His arms dropped to his side. Aren't you gonna wish me a happy birthday? Oh. The phantom legs of a spider crawled down my spine and took an involuntary step towards him, my breath catching at his throat. It's your birthday? You nodded once. I turned 18 yesterday. Wish me a happy birthday. Happy birthday, I whispered. And did you... I killed my dad, Finn finished for me with the exact same tone as Seth. No remorse, no hesitation. Nothing to suggest he regretted what he'd done. I pulled out his lungs and cut off his head. I skinned him to the bone and dumped his guts in the toilet to hide them. But I shook my head. Tears burning my eyes. You didn't mean to. Finn cut me off, slicing straight through my spiraling thoughts. When's your birthday again? He asked with a trace of curiosity. The question was simple, but it sent me stumbling backwards into the cold concrete wall. When is your birthday? Why? His expression never changed. When is your birthday? It is, yeah. June 23rd, I breathed. Finn stayed silent for a moment before slowly slipping off his Ray-Bans. First I thought he was going for some dramatic reveal like a character in the Noir movie about to confess every grisly detail of what he'd done to his father. Instead, the glasses dropped from his fingers, and I saw where his eyes should have been. Twin caverns of darkness stared back at me, somehow still alive. I couldn't stop myself from stepping closer, peering through the dim light of the cell. No, I wasn't imagining it. Finn's eyes were gone, ripped clean from his skull. The skin around the
Awesome.
sockets was torn and bruised. The damage jagged and violent. That is awesome. You didn't need those eyes, right, buddy?
Nah. Needs eyes.
The cult of eyeless Jack.
Okay.
Happy birthday. He said in the same dull, lifeless drawl. I recoiled. Finn bent down slowly, felt around for the glasses, slipped them back on. For the 23rd, I mean. Then he pressed his face against the bars. This time, a manic giggle burst out from nowhere. Expression stayed vacant, but his mouth stretched into the grin of someone who had butchered his father and didn't care. I'm looking forward to you joining me. That was when I left, but before I could slam the door shut behind me, his voice followed me down the hallway. And your brother! Finn's laughter turned hysterical, almost animalistic. I could hear the clang of his skull smashing against the bars. Don't forget your brother. Dragged out the sheriff's office almost immediately and lectured my mom for 2 straight hours. But even sitting in the living room when she yelled at me, half the precinct crowded her. I couldn't stop hearing Finn's words. It was only when Mom pointed at me, her lips moving silently, to snap back reality and got hit with another lecture about privacy and illegal entry. I ignored most of it. Sitting cross-legged on the couch beside Noah, who was pretending to scroll through her phone, I finally spoke up. I think it's the curse. The room fell silent. Mom looked genuinely startled for a second before shaking her head sharply. That's not what we are talking about, young lady. Do you understand how serious this is? Yeah, Mara, Freddie chimed in from across the room. Like Noah, but he was doing a terrible job at pretending he wasn't enjoying every second of my interrogation. Can't believe you'd be so careless and stupid, he trailed off. Oh wait, didn't you break in last month to steal documents from the Daniels case? A grin tugged at his mouth. Pretty sure that was illegal too, but what do I know? I'm just a high schooler. I don't sneak into the sheriff's office when I'm supposed to be in class. I glared at him. How do you even know that? You go for my phone? He shrugged, comfortably adjusting himself in the recliner. Your passcode is 40, so toddler could bypass it. I don't know if it was the stress of what happened with Finn or my brother's dumb grin. Sorry, lunging across the room too. I don't know. He's taller than me. More built. He could squash me if he really wanted to. I thought it was just going to be a fight turned me doing some damage. He tried to do some damage before he just shoved me away with a skull. Then she hit him in the nose. That's when Mom came in, pulling us apart and going into mom mode. Mom mode was when she got mad. Noah decided she no longer wanted to be a spectator and wandered into the kitchen. I slipped to my room. Freddie was lectured for antagonizing me. Several hours later, he appeared at my door with a half-eaten donut, a cup of hot cocoa, and half-assed apology, which was an attempt to let me know he was scared I was going to get myself hurt. I took the donut and the cocoa and told him to go away. He did. After standing there for a while looking like a caked puppy, I closed the door in his face when he made a point of trying to make me feel sorry for him. I don't know, man. I don't know what this curse is.
It's cursed, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah. I wanted to talk to him about Finn, but he would just tell Mom and get me in trouble. So I found myself with information that was driving me crazy. My 18th birthday was approaching, and more kids were turning on their moms and dads. After Finn, it was Addie, then Jason, Sarah, and Kiara. All of them turned 18 within weeks of each other. I thought this time I was going to start freaking out and calling those of us who were left monsters, insisting we should have never been born. But to my surprise, there was just barely any news coverage. It almost became normal to hear about yet another kid being sent to juvenile detention. June arrived, and days crept by faster and faster until it was the eve of my 18th birthday. I found myself standing in the bathroom, trembling fingers wrapped around the razor blade. Hi, Jake. Thank you for the sub. Oh God, now we're 5 away. I'm scared. Don't ignore me having early set male pattern baldness. Hi, Alex. I'm scared. That's a lot of subs and that's a lot of money. Oh god. Anyway, back to reading about murderous children.
Yeah. Back to the children.
Every time I thought about actually doing it, slicing it into my flesh until my wrists were dripping scarlet and I was struggling to breathe, I couldn't. So I dumped the razor in the trash and left the bathroom, only to run to Noah. Wrapped around her pink bathroom, my little sister looked like a giant marshmallow hiding behind scraggly blonde curls. Mara! Noah was grinning ear to ear as usual. She grabbed my hands and squeezed them. Do you remember what we did as kids? Look at her face. I knew exactly what she was talking about. When Mom was better at work on our birthday eve, the three of us would scour her room for presents. We had eventually grown out of it, but every year Noah insists at least one search. It's not like I could refuse when my sister already had a tight grip of my arm, was yanking me in the mom's room. When I stumbled inside, I found their brother on his knee under mom's bed, rifling through boxes and bags. I'm surprised Noah had managed to drag Freddie into it, considering every other year he rolled his eyes and bid us adieu, calling Noah a baby. Alex, what the fuck? Alex! What? Thank you. Oh god, hold on. What?
I don't know. What did Alex do?
5 subs is what Alex. 10 subs is what
Jeez,
Alex did. 10 subs is what Alex did. Alex, your wallet.
Alex!
Alex! Ah! Thank you, but what the fuck? Ah! I gotta go find the. I don't even remember what goal I'm on. Ah!
Oh shit.
Uh
Laptop unplugged itself.
oh.
How disturbing!
So you just woke up and then decided to just dump money? And we told you Stevie Tippy. Oh my god, what the fuck? Invited. You were invited, true. Good morning, by the way. Play the music. This is being fashionably late. Yeah, fashionably late and dumping 50. What the fuck? I'm gonna shake you. I'm gonna grab you and I'm gonna rattle you. Oh, my train is fucking insane. What is this? Oh, Kimi got one. Somebody wants to be the world's gotta roll me. Anyway, back to the story. Thank you, Alex. Oh my god. We're back to 40 hours. Please don't make me hit 50. Or was we? But now he was just as enthusiastic as he'd been when we were little, and he used to shush us and turn it into a game. I would take one corner, Noah would take the closet, and Freddie would crawl under the bed because he was the only one who wasn't scared of the monsters hiding under there. For a moment, I considered just walking away and telling them they were being stupid and acting like children, but I didn't want to forget about the reality of turning 18, possibly murdering my family. In a way, I guess I wanted to be a kid again. So just like when I was 5, I wandered over to the furthest corner to search for presents that didn't exist. I knew they didn't exist because Mom gave us cash every birthday instead of a card. Alex! Oh god. Why are you giving Sayu a sub? That's scary. God damn it. Still, it's fun to search and feel that childlike magic come over me again. The thrill of pulling things aside and delving in the boxes for hidden treasures, dolls we wanted, or the newest game console. To make Noah happy, I shoved a few things aside, finding myself smiling. Mom was always bad at hiding her presents. It's about to make that comment when Noah squeaked in delight. I found something! When I twisted around, she's already partially inside the closet, one foot sticking out, her head buried in Mom's clothes, like she was grasping at something. Freddie, who had crawled up from under the bed, straightened up and shot me a look. Really? His eyes said. We're a little too old for this. We are, I mouthed back. Alright, where do we throw Alex in at?
If you want after this story.
Okay, we'll throw Alex in after the story then. Don't mind me. Let me just There we go. Nail co-host. Let me hurry up and finish the story then. Ah! Getting transported me back to when we were 9, and the two of us collectively found 5 wrapped gifts and then spent an hour shaking them to figure out what they were. This also meant that the glimmer of excitement in his eyes when he joined Noah in front of the closet, the two of them managed to heave out what looked like a large box. The link to the story. I will. I joined them hesitantly. Any idea what it is? I found that the box the two of them were struggling to hold properly. It was huge, almost the size of the closet itself. When Freddie and Noah finally managed to balance it, the three of us stepped backward to take it in. Immediately, something cold slid down my spine. Down my spine. Boy, how do you want it? First was the state of the box. Old. The cardboard was rotting. Noah shrieked and a mountain of bugs crawled out the flaps. Looking inside, box for a toy or a doll. But when I squinted, I realized the box was open. It had opened for a long time. And the more I looked, the sicker I felt. As the main character of this story? Ada, I guess. I'm blind, I didn't know you were an Emmy stream. Barf, not Bart. What the hell is taking up the entire left side of my screen? I am! Have you never seen such a snurfict form before? There's something inside. There's
Yes,
something
my
stained
stream's
in the
up or I'm
cardboard. It is my final form. This is my true form. It's beautiful. Ant thighs? Jeez. Got you, hold on.
My chat's also getting thighs. The higher thighs.
Yeah, your chat gets high at thighs, it's free. Hold on. Then, there we go. Nail legs. There was something staining the cardboard, and red color painting the flaps on the inside of the thing itself. Suddenly, things are happening too quickly. Need for me to understand. A blurry movement to my right, Freddy dropping to his knees and barfing everywhere. Then Noah stumbling out of the room. I could hear her screams. I could see my brother retching, but I couldn't tear my eyes away from the front of the box. Because on the front of the box was me. Mara. I was staring at a photo of myself smiling widely. Colorful words painted across the box. Now grows the full size. Mom net certified. The printed words looked like a different language, even though I could still read them. Child TM. Literally just child TM. Hell yeah. Have you ever wanted your very own child? Well, now you can! Just pull out the cord and you have your very own son or daughter. I stepped forward when something moved. Freddy yanked me back, but I was already diving deeper into my mother's closet and finding a much newer box. This one was unopened. Occupied. A fully grown, college-age guy peeking through the plastic packaging. This time I saw a cord, like an umbilical cord, connected to the thing inside the box, which was asleep. Its eyes were shut. Freddy, it read. This time in college. Before Freddy could see it, I shoved it back, stumbling my heart in my throat. I frowned at the blood staining the bottom of the second box when my brother grabbed my hand and yanked me backwards. Before I could fully register what was going on, he was dragging me downstairs. I think he was trying to get me out of there, but then he stopped, freezing in place. When I followed his gaze, I found 2 birthday cards set up on the mantelpiece. They were labeled in her mother's handwriting. The purple one was mine. The pink one was Freddy's. I opened mine up, but instead of a $20 note slipping out, I found myself staring at a countdown. Reflected onto my face in red light. 59. 58. 57. Below that, my dearest Mara, I am so happy I met you and I was able to call you my daughter. I found you at the age of 17, but you were giving me a lifetime of memories I will cherish. You will be running out very soon, and like other moms, I don't want to see you go. I am supposed to be giving you back tomorrow. But we have each made a pact, and with every child we obtained, every mother and father agreed that sending you back to those people would be terrible. Giving you another mother would break my heart, sweetheart. I have heard your biological mother had never stopped searching for you, and trust me, she won't find you. So I'm not going to give you back. I do not support the company I got you from, but I've always wanted a child. And this town cannot have children. I've lost too many inside me to be hopeful. Happy birthday, my beautiful daughter. And goodbye. I'm not sure what emotions I felt at that moment, but I finally understood why Finn, Seth, and the others had killed their parents. I was wrong. There was a motive. Rage. What the fuck? Freddy dropped his card, eyes wide. We need to get out. We need to fucking get out of here, because whatever this thing is, it's gonna blow. My brother shook me violently. Are you listening to me? We need to get Noah and get the fuck out of here. Now, I think the kids are like grown in a lab or something. I'm going to blow, I said dizzily. Had Mom planted a bomb? There's no time to find it. No way to get out. I was nodding along with my brother, trying to find Noah, who had disappeared, and it hit me like ice cold water. Finn, standing in the cells with his eyes carved out. Seth, wearing Ray-Bans to cover his eyes. Every other kid I saw always wore sunglasses, hiding their eyes. With the countdown reflecting on the wall and Freddy screaming at me to find her sister, I went to the kitchen, pulled open Mom's prized knife drawer, picked out the sharpest blade I could find. He driving me crazy ever since seeing the sheriff's son's mutilated face. Why would he do that to himself? Why would he kill his father and carve his own eyes? Part of me thought it was a curse that had taken them as some kind of reward. But I was wrong. Of course I was wrong. Finn Nova didn't scoop his eyes out because he was fucking crazy. He carved them out because he'd gotten that exact birthday card. That exact countdown. And somehow I just know, just like me, as I stuffed my sweater sleeve into my mouth, that the bomb was part of us. Digging the blade in my eye and jerking at an angle to sever it, I screamed into my sleeve. Managing to choke out sobbing pleas for my brother to do the same. Countdown stood in my head, and if I concentrated, I could hear it. Beep. 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 Nothing switched inside me. Could have been either eye or both. I didn't have time to guess. I was already on my knees, managed to scoop my eye out with a knife and then my fingers. When the beeping stopped, I pressed my face into the kitchen floor. Roy! Hi, Roy!
There's a Roy.
There's a Roy!
Hi, Roy.
Your one mirror is here. You're so right. Alright, hold on. I can come back down now. You're just in time for us to read these people scooping their eyes out.
Nice.
That's such a funny ass segue, right? Guard gouging eyes out to Roy! Scary. A little scary, but how you doing? But I didn't have time to guess. So many needs, but I managed to scoop my eye out with my knife and then my fingers. You have a horror story of your own? Ooh. Do tell. My vision was
I like
ruined, and
horror
I was pretty
stories.
sure I was... Dude, the story's really good. I wonder if Freddy's also gonna, like, carve his eye out.
My back hurts.
My vision was ruined. I was pretty sure I was going to be blind, but it's better than being blown to pieces. Freddy was already in front of me, eyes wide and confused, clumsily grasping the knife to do the same. We're okay, my brother hissed. One time, a bloody moon and a scary snail burst through my room and stabbed me to death. Oh no! I wonder who could have done such a thing. Anyway, who could have done such a horrible thing to poor Roy? I'm following my read, biting at his sleeve and hovering the knife in front of his eye. Noah stood in the doorway. I could see her shadow, and just seeing her, I knew she was trembling, too scared to come near either of us. I opened my mouth to reassure her we're helping Freddy sever the thing inside him, and then pop.
Hi, I have ads coming up soon.
Oh, I do too. We're at a climax, so I will pause. Hi, Ender! And ads. And we're gonna wait for ads before we get to the climax. The story's really good.
It is. I think I found a pretty good one.
Oh, heck
But
yeah.
I'll probably have to read it after Alex joins in.
Yeah. Nico Manson's doing Hunger Games again. Blank. These ones have been surprisingly good tonight. Like, they've been pretty peak. If I do say so myself. What do you think about them
Pretty
so
good.
far?
Been pretty fun. I think there have actually been some pretty good stories to read today. I do need to add the Foogies.
We can if we want. I made the dark spots on your eyes threw me off for a sec. And I know, I turned on a spooky bloom effect to give this dream more haunting aura, and then it just made me look like I'm either tired or covered in dirt. I don't know, man. It gives Abby this nice, cool, spooky effect, but you look at me, I just look like I played in the mud. Like, SMH, man. I tried to do spooky bloom. Now we just have Alex open up his model as he joins in so that we don't have to do things.
Oh, that would actually be better.
I'll have to restart the collab, but... Actually, I could do that now while we're waiting.
Yeah.
Let me... Goodbye, implings. Alright, I killed the Snotus. I'm the new Snotus now. I'm kidding.
Nah, you can't
Okay,
kill me.
up.
That's easy.
Alright, it's back up with the same password. I gaslight myself to thinking they'd always been there for a minute. That's really funny. I did kind of want eye bags for this, but unfortunately I couldn't get eye bags for this model. So if I get another one, I'm definitely having eye bags added. Because I have egregiously bad eye bags. Is back up. And now we have room for Alex.
I think I have to wait a few minutes for a cooldown.
Okay. Technical difficulties. Sneeze snowed. Sneeze snowed.
Oh, then hi. Baby's gonna do something really quickly.
Okay. Also, Alex, if you're here / ready, I think we could throw him in the call now and then I can finish the story. If we want to swap VCs.
Which VC do we want to go into?
I can make one.
Yeah, we'll just do that.
You're done for the story and take your time.
Why isn't it letting me in? Yeah. Oh wait.
Are you using the same
Oh wait,
password?
I have to leave the.
Yeah, you might have to leave first.
Hold on.
Make yourself ramen, armed. You got this. Okay.
Technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties. Sneeze snold. We're snirking snonnet. Rattle spars. Aggressively. Menacingly. Rattle, 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 rattle. Levine! Bean! Oh wait, I can, where are they?
Okay, I is here now.
Oh yeah, I can do this.
No.
Ah!
I have some help.
Yeah.
I'm on my own head. Let me go.
Me a compilation of me being ADHD. That's me all the time. I just randomly burst into, like, whenever I feel like it. Whenever I get my yapping going, I really do be yapping.
There's
Yes,
a
I feel like
Haya.
sometimes. Oh, and I'll wait for Emmy on my end. There you go. Cries.
Tomorrow I get to play more Corpse Party.
What happened?
More horror.
Oh, my money went poof.
Oh yeah, I have less in my spending too.
Oh no. No, this is fine. This is fine. Alright. Let me as we're loading in, I'm gonna make
Okay, it's a sticker. I thought it was something bad.
Wow. Alright.
Would it take off said sticker?
Sorry, Alex, you're gonna get jump scared. Hold on.
I got it.
Alright, I made a new chat we can jump into.
Okay, I shall join it.
No, Hayami being abusive to Nimble? What do you mean? There we go. Say something real quick. Oh,
It keeps disconnecting and I don't know why.
uh-oh. YouTube Studio, give me Emmy. Give me the Emmy! The scuff is real. So, welcome to me being schizophrenic and talking to the voice in my head. Anyways.
Wow.
Wow.
You can save 50% more on car insurance if you switch to Geico.
No, don't sell your soul to the Geico lizard, don't do it. Do not give that scaly bitch your soul! Ooh.
I dropped my water bottle's cap.
Wow, wow. You know, I miss Emmy. Sometimes I can still hear her voice.
Bah.
Wamst. Wamst the fuck be the Emmy. Wamst! YouTube,
The laptop
please.
stand had a fake sticker, apparently.
Huh.
Stupid charger! It keeps falling out. I'm just gonna lose her shit.
Why is it not downloading your model at all? There we go. Let me try that
Am
and
I
see
there
if it
now?
works. I'm testing a thing.
Did I break?
You just didn't spawn in at all on my side. I think it forgot to load you in, so I'm trying to force it to load you in. Weird. Rattles bars. Honestly, you could probably find a big compilation of me being just like a bouncy goober if you just go back to all my Irium buds. Because all I could do was yap. I'll just find like hundreds of hours of tangents.
I don't know. I wonder how many streams I've done that I'm just silent.
Two. I wonder how many. There we go. Emmy! I fixed it.
I'm gonna fall off the chair.
Oh, don't fall off a chair. Alright. And now Alex can join whenever, so now I can continue the story. Oh, don't die.
Okay. We are good. I didn't even fall out of my chair.
Oh boy, here it is. I opened my mouth to reassure her, helping Freddy sever the thing inside him. Then, pop! I heard it first, an audible popping sound in my ear. Noah screamed behind me. Something warm hit my face. Warm and red, coating my eyes and cheeks. When wiping the startling scarlet from my face, I found glistening blood dripping from the walls and slick across the floor. The countertops? Everything. I reached out for my brother, but he wasn't there anymore. I don't care if I'm some artificially grown freak who was born at 17 years old. I'd already raided my kitchen for the best knives I could find, so I could find my mother and father and make them suffer. And there we go.
Nice.
The end. So that's why they killed their parents. Damn.
That was actually a good one.
That was actually really good.
Are we ready for my next one? My second
ready.
story. All right. So my next story. This one is called The Quiet Game. The emergency alert interrupted story time. A shrill burst from the television mounted high on the counter on the corner of the bleh, mounted high in the corner of the daycare room. 22 toddlers looked up from the colorful rug as cartoon characters vanished from the screen. Emergency alert. Seek immediate shelter. Remain indoors. Avoid contact with infected individuals. Emma stared at the screen, her heart aching for the people running through the city streets. Feeling a damp urge to shield the children from this horror. The footage made her want to protect them at all cost. Miss Emma, little Sophie asked, her voice so small and uncertain. What happened to the cartoons? Emma's heart ached as she forced a gentle smile. The TV needs a nap, sweetheart, she whispered, knowing they couldn't grasp the danger outside. The feeling of the weight of their innocence. Emma forced a smile. I think the TV needs a nap. A few children giggled. Her phone buzzed. Dozens of messages flooded the screen. People are attacking each other. Don't go outside. Lock your doors. The hospital is overwhelmed. A loud scream echoed from somewhere outside the building. Emma's stomach tightened. The sound was primal and terrified. The animalistic sound of pure horror and pain.
Oh.
Emma's heart skipped a beat. The daycare sat on the edge of town. Normally it was peaceful. It was a peaceful place filled with finger painting, nap mats, and tiny shoes lined neatly by the door. Now it felt like a trap. It was a trap to secure the building with only one door leading outside. The door that had screaming coming from it. Another scream sounded, this one deeper. Closer, the children began looking around nervously. Emma moved quickly, first locking the classroom door. She closed the blinds and switched off the lights. The room darkened. Several toddlers immediately began crying. It's okay, Emma said softly.
No, fuck the
Kneeling
kids.
beside them. Yeah, fuck the kids. It's just
Sorry.
a game. You're good. A game? Asked Noah. Emma nodded. We're playing the quiet game. Whoever stays the quietest wins. That got their attention and a few small grins. Toddlers love games. I'm just joking.
Fine. A game. You lost the game.
That got their. Oh, yeah, I read that. What do we win? Sophie asked. Emma glanced around, her voice softening. Extra stickers. Your type. She said, trying to bring a moment of normalcy.
I don't know.
Nah, we'll go on. If I misread that, it's fine. The children cheered, innocence contrasting with the chaos outside, evoking empathy and desire to protect them. Kill them. I don't actually condone child harm. We were just over this last night. Let's see.
The children are not worth extra points if you hit them.
No. They're minus a point. I'm sorry.
Good.
I lost my point, so I'm still making jokes. Okay. More giggles from the toddlers soon. The room settled. The children sat on blankets while Emma listened to the sounds outside.
That's the sound of your friends dying, Emma.
Oh, we are reading some spooky stories on r/scary stories.
Woo.
We are currently reading one called The Quiet Game.
Have you heard about the one where the demon steals your fridge?
Well, shit. Don't call me out. I steal everyone's fridge. At first there were sirens, then shouting and crashes. The noise grew worse, grew closer. As the afternoon dragged on, parents called repeatedly. Some say they were coming. Others never finished their sentences. One father was crying when he spoke. Keep them safe, he begged before the line went dead. Emma never heard from him again. Nice.
See you later,
I'm sorry.
man.
Bye, Dad.
You didn't eat him, right?
No. I don't eat people. People are nasty.
Eat them. Human chili.
I don't know if human chili tastes good, though.
How do you know?
Emmy's never had it.
Time to find out.
I've had chicken chili. Pretty good.
I've had white chicken chili. It's actually pretty good.
As hours passed, the toddlers grew hungry and tired. Emma handed out crackers and juice boxes. She sang songs and she read stories. Like these?
Yeah. Read them the roller coaster one.
Read the one about the decapitation.
Yeah.
Nice. Hello, hello! Welcome, welcome!
Eat them, decapitate them, and turn them into stew.
Oh!
It will?
Blah, blah, blah. Sorry, I got a little lost.
No, you're good. It's like, how y'all feel about theme park food?
Oh, okay, I remember. We were talking about the story about decapitation. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You're good.
Let me remember where I was. Blah, 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 blah.
Something
Okay.
juice box.
Did I scroll up too far? Because I usually scroll up when I need to. Okay. Wait. Okay. I think this is it.
Let's see.
Where was
So
I?
there were juice boxes, crackers, songs, and stories.
Oh, okay. Let me remember where I was. Why am I so bad at reading? Okay.
Have your English lesson.
She sang songs and read stories. She smiled until her cheeks hurt. Everything is fine. This is fine. Someone will come for them. The police or military. Are we sure about that?
Are you sure about that?
Someone has to come. Every time fear threatened to overwhelm her, she looked at the children. They trusted her completely. That trust broke her heart. Is this the second forming of Corpse Party?
Maybe.
I'm sorry.
Hello, Curtain.
I think I played too much Corpse Party the past week.
Maybe.
Hi, Lou. Because she wasn't sure she could protect them by evening, the sounds outside had changed. The sirens were gone, the screams had mostly stopped. An eerie silence settled over the building. And Emma knew they were utterly alone. No one was coming to get them, no rescue was coming. They were alone. She was alone with 22 toddlers
You did.
that she wasn't sure she could protect. Emma sat between the door clutching a pair of scissors from the craft cabinet. It wasn't much of a weapon. It was all she had. Ah, there's a bald bat!
I'm drowning. Please help me. Look at my screen, dude. Oh my fucking god, it's blue. They're like knocking on the fish tank. Help! Help me! Help!
You know, Emmy has had this thought this whole time growing up. If you were ever in a situation where you were in a dire situation, what would be the first thing you bring? My first option is shotgun.
Real. Man. Ugh.
Okay.
Don't forget your husky's kidnapping you. Don't get eaten by a husky.
I want a pet husky.
But they go wow, 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 a lot.
I have one. Her name is Nala. You heard how Nala is. She sings.
Nala's just singing a lovely song for you. Performing arts.
She's like me. She's a performing arts pup. Alright, back to the story. The toddlers were scattered across the room. Some slept, others colored quietly. The quiet game continued.
Oh.
Then came the sound from the hallway.
He's right
A
behind
new
me, isn't
noise.
he?
A dragging sound. Slow and uneven. Emma froze. The sound stopped outside the classroom. Several children noticed her expression. Miss Emma, Noah whispered. She raised a finger to her lips. The room became completely silent. Even the toddlers sensed danger. Or perhaps they sensed Miss Emma's terror.
He's right behind me, isn't he? Also, I can't hear you, Alex, if you're talking.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Hello, Alex.
I
I
saw
was
him and I
not
was like,
talking. I was listening. Teehee.
Let's see, where was I for a minute? Well, I guess now we're safe. Alex has a gun.
yeah, we totally won't perish untimely, horrendously, and painfully now that Alex is here with a gun.
Totally
Okay.
nothing could go wrong, right?
I closed my story. Continue.
Hi, Bacon Boy.
Hi, Bacon.
Okay.
Random one-man bacon raid.
Hell yeah.
For a moment, nothing happened. Emma almost. Wait. Yeah, wait. Yeah, we were out here.
Be right back.
For a moment, nothing happened. Emma almost breathed a sigh of relief. Then the doorknob rattled. English rattled. A few toddlers gasped. A few screamed. Emma's pulse thundered in her ears and rattled, and as the rattling continued, slow, persistent, as though something outside was testing the door. Finally, it stopped. It was over. Is it over? 1 minute, then 2, then 3. Nothing. Maybe it had moved on. Maybe. Crash. The narrow glass panel beneath the door exploded inward. Children screamed. Emma jumped to her feet. A pale face pushed through the scattered opening. Broken glass cutting its skin. Blood covered its mouth. Its eyes were empty, dead, yet somehow moving. One tiny girl burst into tears. The thing hurt her. It began clawing frantically. Through the broken glass, Emma shoved a bookshelf against the door. "Everyone get back," she shouted. The toddlers huddled together, crying, and more shapes appeared in the hallway. The infected crowded area around the entrance. The door shook violently as forms pressing against it, clawing for entrance. Into the room, the bookshelf slid across the floor. Emma knew it wouldn't hold. She threw herself against it as if her added weight would make the difference. She looked at the children's terrified faces, staring back at her. Some were screaming for their parents. Some didn't understand what was happening. One little boy held his stuffed dinosaur and cried. Emma felt tears in her eyes. She wanted to tell them everything would be okay, but she couldn't. The doors burst open, and the bookshelf toppled, sending her sprawling. Emma scrambled to her feet, grabbing a chair. At first, the zombie stumbled inside. She swung, and the impact knocked it backwards. Another squeezed through, then another, an endless wave of undead. The room erupted into chaos. Children screamed, and the tables overturned. Crayons scattered across the floor. Emma fought desperately. She struck one of the chairs with another metal toy bin. For a brief shining moment of hope, she actually pulled them back. But more kept coming. The hallway beyond seemed filled with them. A sea of grasping hands, hungry mouths. The children were running now. Though there was nowhere to go, the classroom had become a nightmare. Emma rushed toward the nearest group of toddlers as more poured into the room. Too many, far too many. Emma realized the truth. There would be no rescue, no police, no miraculous escape. The world outside had completely fallen apart. All she could do was stay with the children, so she did. She pushed the chaos towards them. Several toddlers had gathered together in a corner, crying and calling for her. Miss Emma, she reached them, wrapped her arms around them, as many as she could. The zombies closed in. Emma held the children tightly. "It's okay," she whispered. Through her tears, the same words she'd spoken all day. "It's okay." The room was filled with screams. Hours later, the daycare sat silent beneath the moonlight. The playground outside stood empty. A tricycle lay overturned near the fence. Finger painting still hung in the hallway. Tiny backpacks waited in cubbies for children who would never return. Inside the ruined classroom, overturned toys and scattered coloring books covered the floor. The quiet game was finally over, and beyond the daycare walls, the outbreak continued spreading through the sleeping city, leaving only silence behind. The end.
Dun, dun, dun.
So, what do we think?
That's alright.
Sounded fun.
Rip
Also-
children.
Real quick, just want to do one thing.
What are you doing?
Oh, I didn't pick it up. I forgot my noise cancellation on. I was opening a Coke.
Oh, I see. Oh, I'm standing up.
It got you immersed?
My leg.
My leg.
My leg!
As the atom bomb locks. Oh, man. I need to go get water. I'll be right back.
All right.
So, how are you today, Alex?
Tired most of the day, then woke up.
Oof.
Yeah, I got home, immediately passed out.
I mean, fair.
I took out my contacts this time, so I don't have contacts stuck in my eye.
Oh, good.
That was the thing. I had contacts stuck in my eye yesterday. And what about you, Emmy? How are you?
I am doing pretty good.
Good.
I am working on, I was working on some of this. Oof, bless you.
Thank you.
I was working on some of my stuff for Tuesday.
I see. Gross. Sorry. I'm used to having streamer mode on, and I can hear that boo-doo, boo-doo, because it turned off on me.
Oof. Ah, got jump scared by my own laptop screen.
Nice. Damn, it's been ages, Emmy.
Hmm.
I'm send it here in a sec.
Liquid. Blech.
Ooh.
I have the water. Oh, red hair can
Hello.
able to hydrate redeem. Alola. Who's that?
This is ancient history.
History. Which breed of history? Nice and ancient, but
Ancient history.
Ooh.
This right here
mm-hmm.
is a mini series
Oh,
where the concept of the story was that it was made in real time. AKA each episode of these that are right here
mm-hmm.
happened in a real day's time. So if let's say there was entry right here, entry 13 and 14 were posted on the same day, that means both of them happened on the same day in the story. It was 1-to-1 to IRL time. So if the person did not post the story of an entry for 5 days, 5 days had passed since the last entry in the thing.
Oh, wow.
They're just fucking dead.
Hmm?
They're just dead at that
We
point.
mean,
Not posting for 5 days, bro. They're damn.
Lucy. Going towards the stairs.
Oh boy.
Also, mind you, no one's home at the moment. It's just me and the dogs.
we.
Who's upstairs?
We can cast some spells and send you flying.
Shadow Wizard Money Gang. We love
We
casting
love
spells.
casting spells. I'm gonna send you the prism. That's wizard prism. So who beats the next
I'll
story?
send you to space.
The space? Oh god.
Now, do we want to read these? Or do we want to continue scary stories?
Yeah, I'd say Alex reads these entries. At least some of them.
How would you want
I'm
that?
interested. Because me and Emmy are both read too, so now it's your turn to read one.
Fair. But also, why this?
Why not?
Also, if I may, and we wanted to bring this up to everyone involved here.
Yeah.
And we wanted to officially announce this as Spooky Story Saturdays.
Okay.
Woo!
I will try every Saturday to find some spooky stories for you guys and read them with friends.
Heck yeah.
If we don't do them, then I probably either one didn't find any spooky stories or I couldn't get friends. So,
Spooky, scary Saturdays.
yeah.
God, it's those words.
But hi, you know how old these are?
How old?
Oh, streamer is that?
2019.
Oh, damn.
Ancient
Ancient
history.
text.
I remember as those were being written, actually.
You do not.
Kinda.
You
I
do
remember
not.
hearing about
2019.
something.
Because I didn't even know you in 2019.
No, but I've heard of those. Like, I've seen these.
I
You didn't know me in 2019, but I'm a big horror fan.
I highly doubt that, Emmy, for two specific reasons.
Because it looks very familiar.
Because one, I made them.
Oh, never mind. I heard of
And
something like
two-
it.
And two,
I sorry.
these
I
are
jumped.
posted in only 2 servers. One, a friend group
Okay,
server,
never
and
mind.
2, a Ruby server back in 2019.
Okay,
Are you
now
sure they
can
weren't
I
spread though?
where I'm going here? Because I've heard of
Uh,
something very similar to this.
Due to the fact of I've looked and I know I've seen the people who were back in that server back in the day are no longer online.
Ah.
I've heard of something similar then. Because there was like I saw a old Reddit post a while back. It was of a guy posting like a car crash or something. I can't remember exactly because Emmy's dumb.
Car crash. I can't.
I can
look
confirm
away.
without reading, even though it's old, there's no car crash here.
Yeah, but I'm sorry.
You're good.
Emmy's dumb.
You're good.
It sounded no, with how you put it, it sounds very familiar to something that I've read before.
I just like money that game is like, oh, I know this. I'm like, you definitely do not know this.
No, I don't know this, but I know of something very similar that happened in the same year.
I will
That
say
was similar to it.
2 things in this story right here, Haya, Emmy. You could possibly recognize. Well, one you probably won't. One you some people might. Because I took two major inspirations / stole on one part of it.
Hmm.
I took heavy inspiration from this. Well, part of it is just took, which I need to revamp because
Yeah.
not let's do that thing that I was. Yeah. Was from Fear.
Of course.
But the inspiration that actually created the story in itself, funny enough, was getting inspired by a Gmod horror map. No, sorry.
Always Gmod.
No, sorry. It was a Portal horror map. Portal horror map.
Ooh.
Portal horror map? Those
Yeah,
are a thing?
that is a thing.
Do I have permission to read them throughout the series of spooky scary Saturdays?
Let me rewrite it if you want to do that.
Okay, I will do that then.
Yeah.
Because a lot of typos into
I am very curious.
some things I want to fix.
Really wanting to share it.
That'd be a fun ARG.
Oh, I remember what it was now. Sorry, Haya. It was an analog horror that I read. It was very similar to the first concept, being written every day, like in time.
Mhm. Ooh.
I don't think I could find it though.
I
It might be
see.
dead. If it's analog horror. Okay.
I found it, Hyatt.
Hmm.
The inspiration.
Ooh, no, I'm curious.
Share. Copy.
Oh boy.
So this video is what inspired.
Ooh.
The office prank quotation marks.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Horrifying.
7 years ago. God, I'm old.
Mm-hmm.
7 years ago.
Can't believe 2019 was 7 years ago.
Right?
God. I was just starting to move into this hellhole.
I think I was just existing.
I was also just existing. Traumatized and existing.
Yep.
Ruby making friend group that we. Oh, and a lot of weird people.
Fair enough.
For context, without giving anything away, it was a Ruby server called Ruby 2019.
Okay.
And this will tell you everything you need to know.
Okay.
There was a roleplay channel.
Oh god. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. I know everything I need to know. Ruby roleplay is all I need.
And the worst part is, Haya,
Huh.
in all the midst of that, there was still someone that even everyone was uncomfortable with.
Damn.
Yeah. And you know how bad it has to be for that. Especially back in 2019.
No, real. Ow, I bit my lip. Anyway, where's your story, Alex?
Hang on. Say again, Haya?
Where's your horror story?
I'm trying to think about something because I have no idea.
Just go.
I was focused on getting sustenance first.
I'm actually hunting down that old thing that I was talking about. So I doubt I'll find it.
Ancient ARGs from 2019 era. ARGs are so cool, but they're so hard to make.
They are.
They
I mean, how you did? Did you read? Did you read any of it though?
Not yet.
Yeah. People for some reason people actually liked this shit back then. But the concept of it was that I was making it in real time to real life. So if let's say I didn't write for 3 days, 3 days had passed in the world before since the last entry.
That is actually really cool.
You can make a really cool like joint D&D character thing for that.
It was a lot of fun. Actually, it was honestly a lot of fun writing for it. And I will say, I'm impressed with younger me for being able to write 3 entries of like somewhat detail in a day and being able to do that for a daily post.
That is crazy.
That's just rough.
I still can't find it. I think it is gone from the internet. But like,
Damn.
it was horrifying.
Read the creepypasta. Oh, I'm thinking.
Just go on Reddit.
Get the fuck out of my head. Why are you in my head?
Why are you in there?
Because a lot of good stories here, normally.
Does everyone just share brain cells today?
I think so.
I mean, I thought about doing the La Llorona story, but, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone knows La Llorona. Do people know about La Llorona? Do you know about La Llorona, Haya?
Hold on. I'll be back. Hold on.
Okay. Armed Angel. I know about LA. Yes, the biggest horror story, Los Angeles. Isn't that right, Emmy?
Yes.
No, Emmy, you ready?
Hmm.
I'm gonna tell you a crazy scary story, okay?
Okay.
It's called Detroit.
Oh God. I have an even scarier one. Roblox.
Oh God.
Roblox.
I used to be part of the Undertale fandom for Roblox when I was younger.
Actually, my true horror story. This one may hit really close to anyone who was on the internet. When I was 13, I think. Amina.
Hey, Emmy.
Yes.
Pop Tropica. Worker. Yeah, early Undertale fandom ender. That's where I was.
Thank you, Lucy.
I was part of the early Undertale fandom ender.
Sorry, I'm back.
You're good.
You
Okay?
alright?
My stomach decided whatever I ate is not okay. And just...
Yeah.
What? I'm okay.
Oh no.
Hi, Porker. Enjoy your rest at work. Ugh. I'm okay. I'm determined to eat these french fries, though. I literally just, like, barfed my guts up, and I'm like, ooh, french fries.
French fries.
Oh, french fries!
See, this is why Hayami is my best friend.
I don't care that I just, like, I'm just gonna eat these, because I want the potato. No, go let me eat the pickle? Fine, let me eat the potato. I miss.
Nothing yet.
Fair enough.
I am looking for a story specifically now, but I'm trying to find where it was called.
Fair enough.
Eventually, Emmy wants to do a session on or a little stream of urban legends.
Oh, fuck yeah. Urban legends right into my bloodstream.
All right, Haya, you read the story from Slender Man.
Alright, bet. Alright. A long time ago, there was a skinny little bitch. Anyway. Tell your story, Armed. Type it in the chat. Let us hear it.
Not Haya. You read the Slenderman Killer story.
Oh, God. Excuse me.
Nice.
Oh, I almost started again.
We.
Yeah, Arm's scary story is once upon a time he opened a VR chat lobby and went in and Nimble was there.
No, that's where the scary story ends in general. I went to VR chat.
Yeah.
Ironically, the amount of horror stories of VR chat alone.
Right? Your shit scares me.
Oh my god, he's still posting? Really? His channel is still alive?
Who?
I'm impressed.
Who?
Mr. Creepypasta.
Really?
Latest post 13 days ago
Oh,
with
fuck.
28,000 views. Dude is still going strong. I'm actually shocked. Yeah, 28,000, 42,000, 25,000, 85,000. Yeah. Dude's still going strong after all these years.
Let's go.
You know what?
Fuck yeah, man.
Emmy can hit you guys with some urban legends, I think.
Hell yeah.
Because I was going to go to like some of his
When
old
I was
stories to
little.
try to find one. Sorry, Emmy.
I'm gonna read one of the ones from when I was a kid.
Hey.
Huh.
So which urban legend is it?
Fuck, what was it called? I remember someone told me they were actually scared of this like haunted doll thing that would grow
Annabelle?
in size. Yeah. No, not Annabelle. No.
Doll that grows in size. A Kiku?
How do I spell that?
Okay, I cake you.
No, that is not it.
Hmm. There's actually a decent amount of Vietnamese urban legends.
True.
My day 409 perpetual stew. I'm done watching the stew. Hmm. Dude, these fries are great.
Nice.
The symbol is not answered. I found a website. Why is the first one a long-breasted ghost?
Go on.
I don't know. All it says is long-breasted ghost.
Fair enough.
There we go. I found it. I'm not gonna be able to pronounce the actual name because my Vietnamese is ass. I think if I put this on stream, I'll get banned because there's nipples. So I don't think I can show. I can put it in Discord.
All right. You know what? Because of Emmy's here. One from the back when the normal stuff was going on like that.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
You guys hear me?
Yep, we can hear you, Emmy.
Emmy's panicking right now.
What happened to
Okay.
Emmy?
When I was talking with you guys just now, my stream crashed, right?
Oh no.
Next thing I know, my Discord crashed. It logged me out of Discord.
Oh god.
I thought I was getting hacked.
That is just a Discord faulty part of API, unfortunately. It happens rarely, but it does happen.
That's horrifying.
Good to know it's a rare case. That was horrifying. Never again. Never ever again.
Well, just in time to learn about the long-breasted ghost.
Hiya.
Oh great, I'm excited.
Here's what I pulled up because Emmy's here.
Mm-hmm.
This is something you both will know. I put in this chat.
Oh. Yes.
Ooh, I love that one.
Me too. I was like, that'd be a good one to read.
That would be a good one to read. Let me read the wrong breasted ghost first.
Hmm?
Alright.
I'm eating anyway, so it just gives me time to eat.
Yeah. Consume your food. Cool. Alright. Let me make sure I don't have any ads. Oh, my ads are starting. Damn.
That was horrifying.
Well, we talk until ads are over.
Yep. Yep, maxing
It
until ads are
freaking
over.
hurt.
Okay, do you all have a favorite horror creator?
Actually, there's an artist I follow on Twitter who does insanely cool monsters. Let me find him.
Ooh, I love horror among artists.
Obviously, mine is Junji Ito.
I love Junji Ito.
Junji Ito is always great. You can't beat Junji Ito.
Let me find him.
I do follow him on Twitter. I forget his name right now, but the guy behind Siren Head also posts really great art.
Mm.
Have you ever seen his Twitter, Haya?
I have not.
I got you.
I remember his art. I actually follow him on my private Twitter account.
Me too.
Yes, Emmy has a private Twitter account.
So do I.
It's not related to Emmy, so yeah.
Where is it?
That was actually horrifying just now.
I bet.
Aww. Now I'm sad. I went to go get the art because again, I love. Okay, his name is Trevor Henderson. I love his art. I went to go grab it and I see this.
No.
Oh shit.
I see.
Though I'm still followed on my personal. Let me see if I can grab a piece. I never unfollowed.
Ugh.
Where did I find it? Where is he?
But Emmy was gonna share some good old stories from when she was a kid.
Oh, he's got rid of all of his art.
Damn.
I clicked on media and it's all gone.
Surprise.
Well,
Where's the...
when in doubt, Google Images.
Yeah. Is he?
And like I thought, I was right, Haya.
Found him.
He has a website.
Let's go. All right. I'm going to send. Dude, I love that.
Yeah, here, I'll just put the website. Here you go. Excuse me. Who actually follows one, Haya?
Yeah, Frank.
Yeah, I follow
Bicycle?
Frank.
I love Frank. His art is
Me
so
too.
good.
I follow him on this account as well, but I follow him on my personal.
I follow him on main.
God damn it, Haya.
What?
I mean, fair. It's funny and fair. But god damn it.
What? No, that one.
I'll put it in screenshot for him for Emmy.
Saw you would voice 2-pack.
Yeah.
Clocking out for the night. Good night,
Oh, what the fuck, Haya?
Sleep well.
Oh shit.
I've never heard anyone say his name that way.
What?
I've never ever heard anyone say 2-pack.
What, for 2-pack?
Yeah, I hear everyone say Tupac.
2-pack?
Huh.
Oh, baby. Alright, long-breasted ghost. Where's verse? Yeah. It's a common legend in some southern Vietnamese provinces. The story of this peculiar figure often makes people more intrigued and scared. Treated and named, it appears as a woman with long breasts sagging down the front of her upper body. Some also add the unusual horror trope saying she often floats around with her feet off the ground, or that she's always clad in long white robe. With hair covering her entire face. In any case, the stories agree that the spirit often perches on treetops to prey on travelers at night. When she catches a victim, she forcefully breastfeeds them, and the victim is often found unconscious on the roadside the next morning with her mouth full of dirt.
Oh my.
Oh. Similar legend was often popular in Saigon's Chinhua prison back in the 60s, where any inmates said they'd seen a woman with long breasts force-feeding their cellmates. At the end of the day, however, no official sighting of such women has been recorded, so it's best to take the stories as a warning for children to not wander off after dusk. Don't wander off after dark, or the long-titted woman's gonna shove dirt and forcefully breastfeed you.
Haya. Is this what inspired Turbo Granny for Dun Dun Dun?
Hey guys,
Probably.
I have a question.
I have an answer.
I'm sorry, I don't know if you're done reading.
I am.
Do you guys remember a old web series called Bong Chong Dong Ghost?
I do not.
I do not.
Okay. I'm also gonna pull it up on Discord and stream for you guys. I am not ready for this person.
See this shit.
Let me scoot VTube Studio our little our adorable faces down.
Made myself dizzy.
Okay. Where'd we go? Oh.
I opened it and it says you wasn't streaming. Well, it's lying to you, cause look at where I am.
I'm just gonna scoot this down here.
See what you mean.
Am I
Help!
still alive?
Help! Yeah, you are.
Yeah, you're live.
Who is having issues?
No one.
Okay, I thought someone was having issues.
It's 11:30. You're dancing. Why are you bitching at me for still being live when you at the fucking club? Excuse me, Perez.
Okay.
Fuck you. No.
Hey, Haya.
Yes.
I'm gonna send you a song. And I know it's gonna ruin the mood right now.
Uh huh.
But it's because Perez is where I know where he's at.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to play this song for me.
Okay.
You in just a few seconds is fine.
Warning: this actually does have some slight horror,
Here you go, Haya.
horrifying things. So
Okay.
I'm gonna actually cover our faces because yes.
Thank you, Haya.
You're welcome.
Technically, only 2 days of you waking up this early.
I figured Perez. I figured as much. So Haya,
you
for
guys see?
context.
Yeah.
This song plays at every quinceañera.
Yeah, you guys told me that.
Let me know when you're ready for me to start it.
I don't see it, Emmy.
I am screen sharing.
Oh,
I
you're
think.
screen sharing.
Yes.
I was looking for it. Okay.
It's also pulled up on my stream. So this is a webcomic that has traumatized me. This is Bong Chong Dong Ghost. Does have mentions of suicide and blood and body horror. Bong Chong Dong Ghost is an early 2010 webcomic that was famous for animated jump scares and so on and so forth. But okay. Wait, what? It doesn't work. Hold on. This is the best I can do, and it won't work, I think. We're gonna have to go on Webtoon. Yay. Rude headphones.
Perez after like.
I heard my
40
voice.
days.
please let this work? Okay, good. It does work. Now I just have to get it up.
Like so long.
We is lagging hard.
We might not be able to do webcomic today then.
I got it.
Hi, Shinku.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't realize I muted
The
myself.
following is a thriller thrill, which may include shocking scenes. Viewer discretion is advised for pregnant women, the elderly, and those weak of heart.
Oh.
I hated this as a kid.
I will say, by the way, Haya,
Hmm.
I was talking to you the entire time, not realizing I was muted.
You're a dumbass. Also, we're sub 40 hours again.
All right, dropping 20 subs.
No,
Okay. Are we ready?
I'm ready.
I can't do this. Myself. It was around 11:20 that night. I was dragging myself home. We crashed.
Oh.
I knew that was gonna happen. Fix this before it crashes. Engine.
Why did you tag me in, Alex?
Holy shit, I have a boner.
Oh. Emmy died.
Nothing. Oh, Emmy died.
Pull it up.
Me. Everything
Who's
just died.
coming? Huh? If you're coming right now, let me see it.
You heard the man.
I didn't,
We should be
I didn't
back up.
tag you in anything, Haya. Nothing at all.
I should be back up.
I know where you mean.
Haya.
What?
I was saying when I was muted was funny enough, in every Mexican party, there are two white songs that always play.
Uh-huh.
Cupid Shuffle
Okay. A classic.
and the Chicken Dance.
What?
Perez can confirm this. If there are kids at a party, 100% the DJ will play the
That
Chicken
is-
Dance.
Yes.
Whack.
Emmy knows because of where she lives.
Interesting.
And then next thing you'll know, there'll probably be a line dance as well.
Okay, I won't be able to get it to show on stream anymore. But I will read it and you guys will get Emmy's scream.
Also, hi, Shinku. You know what I should read on stream, Haya?
What should you read in this name?
Bastard.
That one might be too dark for stream.
Unless I can
Maybe.
find.
I mean, what was the other one by the same guy again? The big one? Sweet Home?
Yeah.
That'd be better for stream.
That would be better. It's still extremely dark. Maybe too dark for stream, but
I don't think it'd be too dark for stream.
Come on, I just want to show my amplings. This thing
Bastard,
was
possibly.
horrifying as a kid.
I don't think Sweet Home would be too dark for stream. I mean, hell, it's got its own Netflix series that was terrible, but it still got a series.
no, but that's horrendous. We don't count that. That doesn't exist. Fuck that shit.
I didn't realize my YouTube studio crashed, but okay.
Nah.
Yeah, I think laptop decided to say fuck me.
Is that the place to wrap it up then?
I will try and get this to work before we go?
Yeah, we'll try to get to work.
You know what? Hiya, Emmy. Here's the meantime right here. Here you go. We can stick chat.
He's so comfortable.
Discord is concerning me.
Actually, I'm gonna leak DMs with Shinku Haya.
Bastard Armed is a
There we go.
webcomic on Webtoons that's very dark and it's very good.
It's so good.
It's so good.
Please just work.
Like Bastard, one of those webcomics that I would recommend over and over and over and over.
That's me a Sweet Home, man.
Same with Sweet Home, yeah.
I adore Sweet Home. I'm so pissed about the Netflix series. You have no idea.
I know.
Grr.
Come on, Mom.
Here you go, Haya. Good chat.
Hey. The boss says hello, points gun.
Do you remember that Shinku kept dying when we spawned to the fucking killer bunnies in the castle?
The shy bunnies.
that's why I started sharing the picture with everyone. When it popped on my Twitter, I remember Shinku dying to the shy bunny over and over. Like, I need to send this to him.
The chances of dying to a rabbit are slim, but never zero.
The boss sends his regards.
Turn it off. Okay.
Discord is starting to scare me.
Yumi. It's like, cease. Cease.
It's probably because I'm going on sketchy sites to find it for you guys.
Probably. It might be. You might have to find it off stream and then bring
Yeah.
it up next week.
Yeah. We'll try next week then.
Yeah.
I'm not questioning my algorithm, Haya.
What did you do? What have you done? What have you done? Oh god. I'm scared of the elderly.
Read it.
I know, it's just questioning the algorithm.
No, on the actual video, read it.
Oh. He's just punishing his slutty little oranges. What's so wrong with that?
I hate I hate that immediately as you said it. Right underneath that video, I see this.
Damn. Yeah, that's what happened to those fucking oranges. This is for oranges.
Alrighty then. Are we ready to end then?
Yeah, we can end if you want.
I shall go ahead and raid you then, and you can pick who to raid.
I was gonna read the Russian series for a minute, alright.
Oh, did you want to do that? We still have time?
It's fine, you said you're gonna end.
Well, you still have time?
Yeah, there's still like 30 minutes.
Alright. It's up to y'all.
If Emmy, I'm down with it. And Emmy, if you have to end stream in the middle of it, you could just raid into mine so they can still hear it after.
Oh, it's fine. I still have time.
Yeah. Go, let's go.
Alright.
Go ahead.
Give me 1 second to play some music for myself.
One Mississippi. I mean, here, let me show you. the playlist.
I'm going to Mew.
I lost my music at this point, but that's okay.
Please be sorry.
It feels weird because I haven't actually read something out loud in ages.
Story time. All right, class.
I missed that.
I do not.
It's been a while. Fuck, I'm scared. I just feel nervous now.
Do it, bitch.
Okay. Russian researchers in the late 1940s kept 5 people awake for 15 days using an experimental gas-based stimulant. They were kept in a sealed environment to carefully monitor their oxygen intake so the gas didn't kill them. Since it was toxic in high concentrations, this was before closed-circuit cameras, so they only had microphones and 5-inch thick glass porthole-sized windows into the chambers to monitor them. The chamber was stocked with books and cots to sleep on, no bedding, as well as running water, a toilet, and enough dried food to last all 5 for over a month. The test subjects were political prisoners deemed enemies of the state during World War II. Everything was fine for the first 5 days. The subjects hardly complained, having been promised falsely that they would be freed if they submitted to the test and did not sleep for 30 days. Their conversations and activities were monitored, and it was noted they continued to talk about increasingly traumatic incidents in their past. The general tone of the conversation took a darker aspect after the 4-day mark. After 5 days, they started to complain about the circumstances and events that led them to where they were and started to demonstrate severe paranoia. They stopped talking to each other and began alternately whispering into microphones and one-way mirrored portholes. Oddly, they all seemed to think they could win the trust of experimenters by turning over their comrades, the other subjects in captivity with them. At first, the researchers suspected this was an effect of the gas itself. After 9 days, the first of them started screaming. He ran the lengthy chamber repeatedly, yelling at the top of his lungs for 3 hours straight, at which point he continued attempting to scream, but only was able to produce occasional squeaks. The researchers postulated that he had physically torn his vocal cords. The most surprising thing about this behavior was the other captives reacted to it, or rather, they didn't react to it. They continued whispering into their microphones until the second of the captives started to scream. The 2 non-screaming captives took the books apart, smeared page after page with their own feces, and pasted them calmly over the glass portholes. The screaming promptly stopped.
Where's the sleep experiment?
So did the whispering into the microphones. After 3 more days passed, the researchers checked the microphones hourly to make sure they were working, since they thought it impossible that no sound could be occurring with 5 people inside. The oxygen consumption in the chamber indicated that all 5 must still be alive. In fact, it was the amount of oxygen 5 people would consume at very heavily strenuous exercise. On the morning of the 14th day, the researchers did something they said they would not do to get a reaction from the captives. They used the intercom inside the chamber, hoping to provoke any response from the people they were afraid were either dead or vegetables. They announced, "We are opening the chamber to test the microphones. Step away from the door and lie flat on the floor, or you will be shot. Compliance will earn one of you your immediate freedom." To their surprise, they heard a calm voice response in a single phrase. "We no longer want to be freed." Debate broke out amongst the researchers and the military forces funding the research. Unable to provoke any more response using the intercom, it was finally decided to open the chamber at midnight on the 15th day. The chamber was flushed of stimulant gas and filled with fresh air, and immediately voices from the microphone began to object. 3 different voices began begging, as if pleading for their lives of loved ones, to turn the gas back on. The chamber was opened and the soldiers were sent to retrieve the test subjects. They began to scream louder than ever, and so did the soldiers when they saw what was inside. 4 of the 5 subjects were still alive, although no one could rightly call the state that any of them in life. The food rations past day 5 had not been so much as touched. There were chunks of meat from dead from the test subject's thigh, and the chest was stuffed in the drain in the center of the chamber, blocking it, allowing 4 inches of water to accumulate on the floor. Precisely how much water on the floor that was actually blood was never determined.
Can you
All
hold on a
4.
minute? I'm going to go ahead and end. I'm raiding over to Hayami now for everyone to hear the
Okay.
story. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful time. Thank you guys for coming. I love every single one of you guys. Thank you, Haya. Thank you, Alex, for showing up.
Good night, Emmy.
Bye-bye.
Yes, bring me the implings. Bring them to me. Bam. And now we have. Oh wait, there they are.
There you are.
Hey.
And let us continue.
Oh, now we can scoot over.
Yeah, I can. Precisely how much of the water on the floor was actually blood was never determined. All 4 surviving test subjects also had a large portion of muscle and skin torn away from their bodies. The destruction of flesh and exposed bone on their fingertips indicate that wounds were inflicted by hand, not with teeth, as the researchers initially thought. Closer examination of the position and angles of the wounds indicate that most, if not all of them, were self-inflicted. The abdominal organs below the ribcage of all 4 test subjects had been removed, while the heart, lungs, and diaphragm remained in place. The skin and most of the muscles attached to the ribs had been ripped off, exposing the lungs of the ribcage. All the blood vessels' organs remained intact, but had been taken out and laid on the floor, fanning out around the eviscerated but still living bodies of the subjects. The digestive tract of all 4 could be seen working, digesting food. It quickly became apparent that they were digesting was their own flesh that they had ripped off and eaten over the course of the days. Most of the soldiers were Russian special operatives at the facility, but still, many refused to return to the chamber to remove the test subjects. The subjects themselves continued to be screamed to be left in the chamber and begged and demanded that the gas be turned back on, lest they fall asleep. To everyone's surprise, the test subjects put up a fierce fight in the process of being removed from the chamber. One of the Russian soldiers died from having his throat ripped off. Another was gravely injured by having his testicles ripped off, and an artery in his leg severed by one of the subject's teeth. Another 5 soldiers lost their lives, if you count the ones committed suicide in the weeks following the incident. In the struggle, one of the 4 living subjects had his spleen ruptured and bled out almost immediately. The medical researchers attempted to sedate him, but this proved impossible. He was injected with more than 10 times the human dose of morphine derivative and still fought like a cornered animal, breaking the ribs of an arm of one doctor. His heart was seen to beat for a full 2 minutes after he had bled out, to the point there was more air in his vascular system than blood. Even after it stopped, he continued to scream and flail for another 3 minutes, struggling to attack anyone in reach and just repeating the word "more" over and over, weaker and weaker, until he finally fell silent. The surviving 3 test subjects were heavily restrained and moved to a medical facility with the 2 intact vocal cords continuously begging for gas, demanding to be kept awake. The most injured of the 3 was taken to the only surgical operating room the facility had. In the process of preparing the subject to have his organs placed back in his body, it was found that he was officially immune to the sedative they had given him to prepare him for surgery. He fought furiously against his restraints when the anesthetic gas was brought out to put him under. He managed to tear most of the way through a 4-inch wide leather strap on one wrist, even though the weight of a 200-pound soldier holding that wrist. It took only a little more anesthetic than normal to put him under. The instant his eyelids fluttered and closed, his heart stopped. On the autopsy of the test subject that died on the operating table, it was found that his blood had triple the normal level of oxygen. The muscles that were still attached to the skeleton were badly torn, and he had broken 9 bones in his struggle to not be subdued. Most of them were from the force of his own muscles had exerted on them. The second survivor had been the first of the group of the 5 to start screaming. His vocal cords destroyed. He was unable to beg or object to surgery, and he only reacted by shaking his head violently in disapproval when the anesthetic gas was brought near him. He shook his head yes when someone suggested reluctantly that he should try the surgery without anesthetic. I did not react for the entire 6-hour procedure of replacing his abdominal organs and attempting to cover them with what remained of his skin. The surgeon presiding stated repeatedly that it should not be medically impossible for the patients to still be alive. One terrified nurse assisting the surgery had stated that she had been seeing the patient's mouth curl into a smile several times whenever his eyes met hers. When the surgery ended, the subject looked into the surgeon and began to wheeze loudly, attempting to talk while struggling. Assuming it must be of drastic importance, the surgeon had a pen and pad fetched so the patient could write his message. It was simple. Keep cutting. The other 2 subjects were given the same surgery, both without anesthetic, although they had been injected with paralytic for the duration of the operation. The surgeon found it impossible to perform operations while patients that laughed continuously. Once paralyzed, the subjects could only follow the attending research with their eyes. The paralytic cleared the system in a normally short period of time, and they were soon trying to escape their bonds. The moment they could speak, they were again asking for stimulant gas. The researcher tried asking them why they injured themselves, why they ripped out their own guts, and why they want to give in the gas again. Only one response was given. I must remain awake. All 3 subjects restrained were reinforced as they were placed back into the chamber, awaiting determination on what should be done with them. The researchers, facing the wrath of military benefactors for having failed stated goals of their project, considered euthanizing surviving subjects. The commanding officer, an ex-KGB, instead saw potential, and once they would happen, they were put back on the gas. The researchers strongly objected, but were overruled. In preparation for being sealed into the chamber again, the subjects were connected to an EEG monitor that had their restraints padded for long-term confinement. To everyone's surprise, all 3 stopped struggling the moment it was let slip that they're going back on the gas. It was obvious at this point that 3 were continuously putting up a great struggle to stay awake. One of the subjects could speak, humming loudly and continuously. The mute subject was straining his legs against leather bonds with all of his might. The first lit left, then right, then left again for something to focus on. The remaining subject was holding his head off his pillow, blinking rapidly, having been the first wire to the EEG machine. Most of the researchers were monitoring his brainwaves in surprise. They were normal most of the time, but sometimes flatlined inexplicably. It looked as if repeatedly suffering brain death before returning normal. As they were focused on the paper scrolling out of the brainwaves monitor, only nurse saw the man's eyes slip shut, same moment his head hit the pillow. His brainwaves immediately changed to that of a deep sleep, then flatlined for the last time. His heart simultaneously stopped. The only remaining subject that could speak started screaming to be still to him now. His brainwaves showed the same flat lines as the one who just died from falling asleep. The commander gave the order to seal the chamber with both subjects inside, as well as 3 researchers. One of the named 3 immediately drew his gun and shot the commander point blank between the eyes, then turned on the gun on the mute subject and blew his brains out as well.
Damn.
He pointed his gun at the remaining subject, still restrained to the bed. Remaining members of the medical and research team fled the room. I won't be locked in here with these things. Not with you! He screamed at the man strapped to the table. What are you? He demanded. I must know. The subject smiled. Have you forgotten so easily? Subject asked. We are you. We are the madness that lurks within you all, begging to be free at every moment of your deepest animal mind. We are what you hide from in your beds every night. We are what you sedate into silence and paralysis when you go to nocturnal haven where we cannot tread. The researcher paused and aimed at the subject's heart and fired. The EG flatline as the subject really choked, so nearly free. That is the end.
Woo. That's a good one, but an old one.
Yeah.
Welcome back. That's not bad. I don't really have any other ones. So,
Fair. God, it's been so long since I've read out loud like that.
alright. Like the class reading.
Yeah. Hope it wasn't bad.
It wasn't. It wasn't bad at all. But where'd you go, Nimble? Where have you been? The hell?
Where did Nimble go?
Where's the fuck the Nimble?
In response to that, I asked you to put an image on stream.
Oh, hell yeah. Grilled threes.
From Russian sleep instrument to grilled threes.
Grilled threes! Fuck yeah. Fucking love grilled threes.
Hell yeah. You know what, Nimble? That is fair, Nimble.
I saw you also tagged me in an Onion post.
I got a retweet from Nimble that popped in my timeline. Hiya, here's what I got.
I think I said it's a joke unless you agree, and in that case, speak to me privately because I have you crazy ideas.
That's me.
Literally me. Oh my god, that's so mean. He didn't like them? Skill issue. Skill issue armed. Alright. Should I raid Porcelain Maid or Hammy?
Sorry. Porcelain may be cool. Sorry. I scrolled down one last time, Hiya. And then got this.
Hell yeah. Let's go. Oh, I'm scared. Ugh. That is scary. I like Tomodachi Life, and I like Tomodachi Life. Yeah, fuck it. Every now and then I'll raid someone. Someone new. Or raid someone.
Oh, you want someone new?
Not new, but I haven't raided him in a while.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm tired. I gotta be up early tomorrow. I thought
Same, man, actually.
Man. Thank you guys for coming. I'll be back tomorrow with Buckshot Roulette because D&D doesn't start till next week. So, yeah, tomorrow's stream will be longer.
This is the story of Hayami Kuriyame.
Oh, God. Alright. Anyway, go say hi, Joel. I'll see you.